Mic's on, everybody.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I'd like to brief you on some of the rules and procedures used during our hearings. When a hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium. If they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. The board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. Prior to tonight's hearings, board members have visited all the properties listed on tonight's calendar. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to give some brief rebuttal remarks to address any concerns of the interested parties, and at that point, the hearing will be closed. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be heard. At approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are there any postponements tonight?
There are no postponements tonight.
Let's call the first hearing.
First hearing, hearing 1, Appeal 24-456, Thomas Lamonaco at 86 Park Lane, Massapequa.
Raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Sure. It's William J. Cohen, AIA. I'm the architect of record for the Lamonaco family, representing them tonight. Address 5512 Merrick Road, Massapequa. William Cohen. Cohen. Thank you. Good evening.
Good
Hello.
evening.
Always save the first for best, right? Best for first? First for best.
That's what we always say.
Something like that. Thank you for allowing us to present tonight. I represent Mr. and Mrs. Lamonaco at 86 Park Lane, Massapequa. It is an R1-6 zone. We are proposing an outdoor pavilion, roofed over outdoor kitchen area. The house was rebuilt in 2012, and there were some prior approvals, I guess, tied into that rebuilding, which predates me. As part of it, the home includes a basement, which is 1,733 square feet, that's unfinished, that I believe has forced us to exceed our GFA allowance. That as a result, our GFA allowance is over, which this pavilion is, the issue that we have with getting this approval or requesting the variance is based on the GFA overage. I understand also that there's an existing shed in the backyard that exceeds, it's a 3-foot setback rear and side, and we exceed the allowance by about a foot in each direction, so we're seeking relief on that one as well as part of this application.
Do you have the prior variance? Yes, I believe I do.
The lot itself is, by the way, it's in the R16 zone. It's a 6,000 square foot allowance for a lot. It's an oversized lot. It's 8,924 square feet. And if you know that area of town, it's where Massapequa backs up to Massapequa Park, and there was a bunch of residual lots, I guess, between the two borders that eventually got chopped up. And this house, this property did absorb quite a bit of square footage in the rear as a result of that partitioning off of the properties. So it is an oversized, irregular lot.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very
Have a
much.
good night.
Hearing 2, Appeal 24-464, Joseph Balabanek at 70 Leonard Drive, Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address,
Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. Good evening, Madam Chairperson, and gentlemen of the board. Representative Botanicos of 70 Leonard Drive in Massapequa have passed up some photos and consent letters for the board. The homeowners are seeking a variance to maintain a fence having greater height than required, and also to maintain an addition to a garage exceeding the maximum height and building coverage of the principal dwelling. This property is on the corner of Leonard Drive and Marie Place. I've taken many photos for the board showing the fence does not pose any interference with traffic in either direction. This intersection is also controlled by a stop sign. The abutting neighbor on Marie Place, their driveway is on the other side of their property and not next to the fence. I've taken a photo of this for the board. Also, the house directly across the street at 71 Marie Place has the exact same fence, and also at 61 Marie Place. And there are other similar fences in the area. This fence is not out of character with this neighborhood. In regard to the garage, there's a CO for a two-car garage that was from 1994, and the garage was extended back following the existing height of 14 feet where 12 feet is required. The garage does not need a side or rear yard variance. This has been here for many years, and there's another similar garage at the homeowners have at 14 Sandy Court. We do have consent letters from the neighbors at 16, 20, 74, 78 Leonard Drive and 61 Marie Place. The neighbor close to the garage at 74 Leonard Drive has also signed a consent letter. These improvements are tastefully done. There's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property, and as the photos show, the house is in excellent condition.
It was brought to our attention that the garage has some skylights in it. Can you just give us a reason why they have them?
I don't know, but it's a garage. I got a picture of the inside of the garage, too. Yeah, he has it both there now.
Is this it? This isn't the garage.
No, it's the house.
It's unfinished. There's no bathroom in there.
That's perfect, thank you.
You know.
Can I keep this?
Thank you very much,
Sure.
Mr. Schumacher. You're always helpful with your photographs. They're worth 1,000 words.
Yeah, photo, it's good.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Hearing 3, Appeal 24-471, Marissa Ferrara at 841 Northwest Boulevard, Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Brian Fiore, 208 North Wisconsin Avenue, Massapequa, New York. Appearing on behalf of Marissa Ferraro of 841 Northwest Boulevard. We're requesting variances to maintain existing conditions. A wood deck and a hot tub, which have less side yard setback than allowed, and front roofed over porch, which exceeds the maximum permitted gross floor area. And also a 6-foot high PVC fence in the front yard. We're maintaining a side yard setback of 4.7 feet to the deck and 1.4 feet to the hot tub where 8 feet is required. The hot tub is not on the deck, it's located on the patio, so it's low to the ground, and it's not visible from the neighbors' properties behind them. The front roofed over porch exceeds the maximum gross floor area of 3,275 square feet, and we have a total gross floor area of 3,422.59, and this porch is 115.81 square feet. So it's already over the gross floor area without the porch. And this porch counts in the gross floor area because it comes off the property more than 6 feet. If it's less, 6 feet or less, it doesn't count towards the gross floor area normally. So it's 6 foot 6 inches on the left side and 8 feet on the right side of the porch. So it's being included in with the gross floor area. So it's a pretty minor increase. And then the 6-foot PVC fence on the side front yard is set in about 15 feet from the property line, so it's not all the way to the edge like they normally are. So it doesn't obstruct any traffic. There's no driveway on the adjacent property, and so it's set in pretty far.
Okay.
And we were here because we filed for a garage conversion a while back, and They didn't make you do everything all at once at that time, but she couldn't close out her CO for the garage conversion and still took advantage of the amnesty program to do this because she's been now divorced and she's just kind of handling all this stuff herself to close out the property. So it was a good program for her.
Yeah,
And that
that explains all the existing things on tonight's calendar. Anybody have any questions? Anybody
Oh.
wishing to be,
I also have consents from
oh, okay, great.
pretty
How
much
many
all the
consents?
neighbors.
Thank you.
How many?
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's a whole list, okay, good.
7 households.
Wow. Great. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're busy tonight, I saw
I
the
am busy
calendar.
tonight.
Hearing 4, Appeal 24-474, Frank Viola at 225 North Utica Avenue, North Massapequa.
All right, I'm gonna hand in my consents first this time, so don't forget. I have 6 of them.
Thank you. 6 households.
Six
Okay,
households. So appearing on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Viola, 225 North Utica Avenue in Massapequa. We just recently completed a second-story addition on the house, and again, same situation. We have to legalize some of these conditions that they didn't make us do prior to. So we have variances to maintain an existing garage along with the driveway and also a shed that all have less side yard setback than allowed. We're required to have a side yard setback of 3 feet, and we are maintaining a side yard setback of 2 feet at the garage and also the driveway. The driveway is required to have an 8-foot setback because it's not attached to the garage. It's just like in the front yard. If it was attached to the garage, it would need a 3-foot setback. But we believe there was an existing driveway and garage in this location for many years, because there was, when they bought the house, there was just a big concrete slab and like a dilapidated driveway that was most likely like the 2 tire strips that you pull into. So there's pictures of it on like Yahoo from 15, 20 years ago that you could Google, you could see them. So they redid the garage and put the driveway in about 10 years ago when they moved into the house, thinking they already had permits for that stuff, but there was no permit. And there's also a shed. It's a small shed. It doesn't need a permit, but it's less than 3 feet from the property line, and it's just 1 foot away, so they would prefer to keep it where it is if they're going for these variances.
How big is the shed?
The shed is 7 by 8.
Okay,
It's under 100 square feet. Doesn't, yeah, it's a plastic shed. And that pretty much completes the application.
Okay.
So I would like it to be, I was to the property, and North Massapequa should be read into the meaning. That's where it exists in North Massapequa, not Massapequa. I'm just doing it.
It's North Massapequa.
Yeah.
I live around the block.
I know.
I don't use the north
And I
for
grew up
anything.
down the road, but still North
But
It's
all
the
the
same
roads
zip code.
have the N in
Yeah,
front of
yeah.
them, so.
Right.
Right.
So our
We just wanna
paperwork
make sure
just
the
says
North.
Massapequa.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes.
it's just paperwork.
It's North Massapequa.
And what else? There was one other thing. And the driveway that exists is not a site issue. It's fine.
Right, it's pretty much brand new looking, yeah.
Anybody else have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Next.
Okay. Hearing 5, Appeal 24-475, Robert Hulsefeld at 121 Euclid Avenue, Massapequa. You are busy.
we are currently proposing a second-story addition over the garage and back portion of the house. The current house already exceeds the maximum gross floor area, but actually the addition itself is all, meets all the zoning code, but there was a prior variance for these rear additions, and we're building on top of it now. So we're modifying the existing variance, specific plan on the second-story addition that we're doing, and we're also adding a front porch. The front porch is over the permitted lot coverage. 25% is permitted, and we are proposing 30.29% lot coverage. The current house, as it exists, is over the lot coverage itself too, so any size porch is gonna require a variance. And it's equal to the whole front of the house, 6 feet out. It doesn't count towards the gross floor area, and they're good on their gross floor area.
Thank you.
There's no basement in this house, which is nice. And then there's also a shed that's existing, 8x10 shed, that's less than 3 feet from the property line. It's 1.3 feet from the side yard and 2.35 from the rear yard, and it's kind of all built into their landscaping. That's kind of nice in their backyard, so they would prefer to keep the shed. But the majority bulk of the work, the second story is zoning compliant, and the front porch is really why we're here.
Okay.
I was to the property, and it definitely is conducive to the neighborhood. Everybody has second stories, large dormers. They just have that small dormer, and going over the garage
Correct.
doesn't seem to be out of.
Right, and we're putting a new roof over the current roof is the original dormered, non-raised ridge, so it's very flat, so we're putting a new roof and going over the garage.
And the two peaks will stay, the existing peaks that are there now?
They're gonna be modified, but it's gonna be similar, yeah.
Okay, so the whole roof
The whole
line
roof is
gonna
gonna be
changed.
new.
Okay, that's
yeah.
what I was asking.
And I have consent letters with 5 signatures from the neighbors.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Thank you.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
The next three are together. Hearing number 6, Appeal 24-481, which will be heard in conjunction with hearing number 7, Appeal 24-482, and hearing number 8, Appeal 24-483, or Southside Building Corporation at Irwin Court in Massapequa.
Thank you. Good evening, Madam Chair and board members. My name is Alessandro Antonacci, 499 Jericho Turnpike, Suite 200, Mineola, New York. I'm an attorney. I'm here this evening representing the applicant Southside Building Corp. With respect to these 3 applications. Thank you. I'd like to discuss all 3 applications together. I think it makes sense. They have similar circumstances, and they're all adjacent properties. These properties are 3 separate lots located on easterly side of Irwin Court, just south of Merrick Road in East Massapequa. Lot 552 has a lot width of 56.1 feet and a lot area of 10,000 square feet. Lot 553 has a lot width of 56 feet and a lot area of 10,048.37 square feet. And lot 554 has a lot width of 56 feet and a lot area of 10,076.98 square feet. The properties are situated in the town's R1 10 zone. We propose to construct 3 new homes on these lots, and we comply with all of the zoning criteria within the zone except lot width. 80 feet wide lots are required in this zone. This zoning board issued the same variances we seek this evening over 20 years ago, but the variances have since expired. We're here this evening to renew the variances. In addition, we updated the architectural plans of the 3 properties, of 3 proposed homes to comply with the current zoning requirements. Wanted to point out, not much has changed in this area since the variants were issued many years ago. I believe the biggest change was the office building. I believe it's a medical building on the corner of Merrick Road and Earlwine Court. It was constructed there to replace a convenience store. The majority of the existing properties along Earlwine Court are situated on properties which are either narrower and/or are smaller properties with less lot area than R3 properties. For instance, the following properties on Earlwine Court, identified as house numbers 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 9, 5, and 19, all have lot widths between 50 and 55.3 feet, and property sizes between 5,700 square feet and 7,750 square feet in lot area. The lot width and lot area of R3 properties are larger than all of the properties I mentioned. I have a quick visual just to help understand the properties and the proximity to our lots. So these are our 3 properties here. The properties identified in the blue stars all have lot areas smaller than our property, and the properties identified with the red stars all have lot area and also lot width smaller than our 3 proposed properties here. As you can see, there's a significant number of properties which actually define the area which we seek relief to conform to. There are very few properties on our block front that comply with the requirements in the R110 zone of having a minimum lot width of 80 feet and a minimum lot area of 10,000 square feet. I understand the most crucial criteria the board, such as yourself, would consider is if the applications were approved, would it be in conformity with the neighborhood, and would the character of the neighborhood be negatively impacted by the approval? Since R3 properties are larger in lot width and lot area than the majority of the properties on the block, I believe if approved, the new homes would complement the block and would be in conformity with the area and would not have a negative impact on the character of the neighborhood. With that, I respectfully ask the board to approve the application, and I can take any questions at this time.
What style house are you proposing?
Colonials, Center Hall Colonials, inline.
2 parking spaces?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And the garage is under the house is over?
Correct, yes.
Do you
It's
have any
contained within the,
renderings of-
within the house, I'm sorry?
Any renderings of what it looks like?
Yeah.
Michael can
Oh,
show
okay.
elevation. We have them, sir.
You said
Oh, you have? Okay.
this was granted, the same variance was granted?
Same variances,
Same variant,
yeah.
okay.
About 20 years ago,
Right.
similar homes, but they just were modified to
Right,
conform to the
okay.
changes.
One car variance, okay.
Thank you, Michael.
Lovely. Good job.
Have you had any feedback from any of the neighbors? Did you reach out at all?
I
They come, they're here.
called
here.
the adjoining neighbor to the south. He's the only adjoining property to these lots, and I didn't get anything in writing, but he's very much in agreement with our plans here.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Okay, could you all come up and be sworn in at once? And then you'll give your name and address one at a time. So before we swear you in, could I just ask that if the person before you says everything that you were gonna say, please come up, put your name on the record, and just say, I agree with everything they said, unless you have something new to add, obviously. I appreciate that. Okay, right hands up.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings? Yes. Okay, just your name and address,
One at a time.
one at a time. Are you gonna speak first, sir? Just your name and address, please.
Vincent Fox, number 39, Erlewine Court, Massapequa 11758.
Thank you, sir.
So I just have a couple questions, and more for the builder probably than, but we require your input as well. The first is, if the variance is denied, and the builder's restricted to the 80-foot lots, would they still be restricted to building 4-bedroom builds? Or would that be out the window, and would they be allowed to build larger homes on the area, on the lots?
On the 3 lots?
If the variance was denied and they were only granted the build on 2 lots, and they were now 80-foot wide rather than the 55, would they still be required to build 4-bedroom houses, or could that be expanded into larger houses?
They could build probably a larger house, but it would
With more bedrooms?
meet the zoning requirements, yes.
Okay. Okay, another question I have is if the build, as I understand it, builds include full basements? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are they required to have secondary egress to those basement builds? They are, okay. Is that, it would, what assurance is there that, then that the builder or the homeowners wouldn't use that as
Rent them
added
out.
sleeping space in the future?
Well, one, the neighbors would complain. The town code prohibits it.
Okay.
Obviously, we all know it happens. But the other form of egress, is it a basement entrance or is it a? An egress well.
An egress well? It's not
We
access
would,
back up into the house?
We, we also could condition it that there be no ever permit, there would be no permit ever issued for a bathroom down there,
Yeah, okay.
okay?
It's just concerns that,
I understand your
Been bounced
concerns,
around.
and they're good
You know,
concerns.
If it ever happens anywhere, you just have to report it to the town and they'll come out.
okay. Okay, and again, this property was a matter before the board a couple of years back, and there's a commercial portion of property owned by the same entity. And I was wondering if they've expressed what their intentions are to do with that commercially zoned property that
That
adjoins it.
he's listening, the attorney
Yeah.
is listening to all of
Do you have
your,
any-
whoa, wait.
Okay,
He'll come
sorry,
up.
okay,
He's gonna come back and
When he
he's going
rebuts.
to
I got you.
address
Okay.
all of your concerns.
okay. The reason being that there's concerns in the neighborhood about drainage and what's gonna become of that commercial property once this land
understand.
is cleared. And to expand further on that, what their intentions are to do with the waterfront property, all this property sits on the Narragansett River, okay? And, we haven't been informed as to what their intentions are with the riverfront. Are they gonna bulkhead it? Is there gonna be dredging?
He will answer those questions when
Okay.
he comes back.
That's it for my concerns, so.
Thank you for
Defer to
coming
the
down
rest.
here.
Yeah, thank
Yep.
Good question.
Thank you very much.
Good question.
You're welcome.
Next up. What's your name, please,
Christina Sabiando,
and your address?
21 Irwin Court.
Thank you.
So I'm just respectfully here to oppose the variances requested to narrow the property lines. Many areas of concern, but most importantly, I think the biggest question for me is, what is the purpose to request this variance? Like, what's the adequate justification for it? If the zone is for 80 feet wide, is this a profit-driven, is it strictly profit-driven, or what's the other reason? What's the other justification for needing it to be 56 feet wide? So that's my biggest concern. I think that granting a variance to, I know he's saying there's a lot of properties that are already below. My property is not. It is right across from where where all these houses are proposed to be. So it directly affects myself, my husband, and my neighbor. But I guess like our biggest concern with it is, sorry, I'm just losing my train of thought here. That overdevelopment, right? Like, if you say yes to this, what stops it from happening again and again and again and again in our neighborhood? And this doesn't go for Massapequa, it goes for everywhere. So if this is approved today, to say 80 feet down to 56 feet, which I think is, quite narrow, even though there may be other properties in the area that are within that range, again, I'm most affected by it, and my property is at least twice as wide as that. So our biggest fears, besides overbuilding and allowing developers just to come in and, find these loopholes where they can, just request variances and not disclose things beforehand and make us do all the legwork to find out what they're actually planning to do. After the last time we were here, it's what more, and that's how I kind of feel like, before they're asking so much, it can never just be within the guidelines, and that's where it makes me nervous, moving forward with a project like this. They mentioned the doctor's office that is there now in the corner. Parking is already an issue because of that, so we have people parking in front of our home daily because of that. So adding an additional, potential 12 bedrooms is what they're asking for, means an additional, I'm gonna say 6 to 10 cars more on the street. They are gonna have, they said they're gonna have driveways, they say they're gonna have, parking spaces for 2 vehicles, but that driveway is not taking up a space, for 3 different driveways. So those are 3 parking spaces gone. We're already kind of fighting for spaces on the block. And then we already mentioned drainage. So I just want to mention that the surveys and everything that was proposed is prior to Sandy. So an updated survey, I think, would be necessary, to see what the adequate drainage is. I did see on the plans, because we went and got the plans, that they have one, what's the thingy called? Dry well. So just looking at when they built the orthopedic office, they put like massive amounts of dry wells in there. And so to have like 1 per, for me, is not enough, and especially after Sandy. So I think that they need to reevaluate that, because we don't want it starting affecting, 1, the canal, and then also Irwin Court. And that's kind of where I think where I'm at as far as like our property. So I just want to thank you guys for considering my concerns, and I hope that,
And they're good concerns. The lawyer will answer that.
thank you.
Thank you. Next?
Your name and address, sir?
Thomas J. Foley, 21 Irwin Court, Massapequa, New York. As my wife was a previous speaker. In agreement with everything aforementioned, the only thing I would like to add at this time is, in concerns to the drainage, we are unaware at this time of the implications or the ramifications of what would be the changing of the essentially forest or wetlands across the street from us, and their ability to absorb water during storms, and if that would change our zoning for flood zone. Are we gonna go from X to something else or whatever? And that would end up costing everybody on the block substantial money, and/or have ramifications on possible insurance.
That is a good point. Unfortunately, I can't answer that question. I'd be lying if I did, so I can't.
Understood, ma'am.
But it's a good question, and I don't even know who you would ask it to. FEMA,
Or the insurance company.
or your insurance company. They lie.
We always want to call attention to the insurance companies.
It's working in California.
I know.
So, very good.
Thank you for coming down.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gave some good points.
Ann Sasali, number 19 Irwin Court.
Thank you.
I am directly across from the affected area. Christina and TJ are my neighbors. I am in agreement with everything that they said and also what Vinnie said. Concern is, if you did see the property, it is right on the canal.
Yes.
There's really no support, no docks. I went up to the zoning department or whatever it was, and I tried to look at some of the plans, and I'm just curious as to what's gonna happen with that area. And again,
So there's no bulkheading there at all?
No.
Just right into the water?
with dirt and trees and sticks and
Yeah.
et cetera. So, we did have some pictures. Deb has some
we can't look at-
pictures.
Unfortunately, can't look
I
at your
have
phone.
printout, I
Yeah,
made
printouts,
printouts.
because it has to be part of our evidence.
And then she can fill you in on some of our other neighbors. I had no idea this was going on until I got the notice from the town. So we were not addressed, we were not spoken to. I have been in my house now 44 years, so.
So you know this property has been the subject of a variance before?
I don't recall the one from 2003. The one, and I've been there since 1981, so the one that I remember the most was the one from 2018 with the commercial property and the apartments. I've known several of the owners of the property, so, you know, we do have a concern.
We'll ask the attorney about the bulkhead situation, the waterfront.
Okay, okay?
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you very much.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Deborah Doyle, 49 South Ketchum Avenue, Amityville. I'm on the other side of the canal. My backyard faces the property. I'm on the canal side. And those are pictures that I took from when
From
trees.
where you look over to there?
Yes, directly across all the 3 lots.
You said Ketchum Avenue.
Ketchum, South Ketchum.
Yep.
Very
Mhm.
familiar with Ketchum Avenue.
Oh, okay. Is that good or bad?
That's
No,
good.
So those pictures are actually from last spring, when trees had fallen off of the property into the canal, and I had the constable come and take the trees out of the waterway.
The proposed property?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
The tree, that's not the first time the trees fell into the canal, that's probably the 3rd
These are not
tree.
those.
Twice it took out the neighbor's fence next door, and he's a gem of a guy, and he just fixes it. But there is no bulkhead, and the property, they are slipping into the canals. All the trees are falling into the canal, as you can see. And that's our concern, is that what is happening to the waterfront? Who owns it? I don't know if they even own it. I think it may be the other property. There's 5 lots that are owned by,
I see that.
right, and 2 are commercial, and I think part of that commercial is the bulkheads. So that's really my concern. I agree with everything that they also said, but the other thing is, when I saw the picture that you sent of the plans, it said the DEC from 2009 for the tidal wave. The permitted amount away from the tidal wave, they're proposing to put in a trench, it looks like, on the property. But from 2009, the property now is shrunk. It's not that deep anymore because it's slipping into the
The
canal.
erosion.
So to me, it's like that should be reevaluated, possibly. That
Okay.
was the concern there. I'm trying to think if I can think of anything else. I love the trees because the birds and the nesting that goes on there, the egrets and my osprey that come every year. It's a treasure to me. I would not like it changed. So if they are just proposing to put up a fence, I would love it to be a natural fence rather than a PVC white fence. Something that blends, it would be nice.
We'll find out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for coming down. Mr. Antonacci?
A lot of questions. Where do I start? I appreciate the comments. As far as the waterfront, there is there's a bulkhead. There's a boardwalk. Over the years, it has deteriorated. Part of the plan is to redo the bulkhead. It's kind of a little tricky because 90%, 95% of that property is in a different municipality. It's in the village of Amityville. So any permits would have to be obtained with the village of Amityville. So that's something that's part of the plan, but it's not something I would have to or would be able to address with this board or with this town.
Well,
So-
I think the residents are concerned about water, and
Yep.
and bulkheading certainly always stops water. Not always, but
Yeah.
definitely better than not having anything.
Well, that
So I'm
is
sure
part of the
that-
plan, yes.
And would that be in place before the homes were built?
Probably.
Any condition?
All 3 homes are not waterfront, like there's just one home that's on the water, and then the other 2, there's a piece of land.
So there's another
behind them.
property, a sliver of property between these properties and the water
Correct,
that we also, our client owns.
okay.
Correct.
And are there buildings on them, is it just
No, it's
land?
vacant, but that's
Vacant.
the property that's in the village of Amityville.
Okay.
So it's,
So
little
you'll
tricky.
have fencing,
there's no fencing right now.
okay.
There's just, there's a bulkhead, there's a boardwalk they're dilapidated. But throughout the years, we've had different plans to redevelop the property, and they haven't really gotten anywhere, so that's why that still remains as is. But that's part of the plan, is to revisit that and to redo the bulkhead.
I mean, certainly bulkheading would protect those 3 new homes.
Yeah, of course.
Correct
But,
me if I'm wrong, doesn't it state the DEC get involved with any bulkheading?
correct.
So
Correct.
they would supersede whether it's the town of Oyster Bay or the village of Amityville?
Correct.
As far as bulk,
So we'd apply to the DEC to get the permits, and I believe it's also has to be applied with any municipality to construct it as well. So
But
it's,
they're the dictating force, correct?
I'm sorry?
Aren't they gonna dictate, the DEC dictates what you can and can't
Yeah.
do, what they'll allow?
Correct.
I think
Correct.
they'd be happy to hear that, you know.
That's correct. That's something that we're looking to apply to and get permits to redo the bulkheads. That's through the DEC. A lot of different components.
Can
with
you
this
build the
project.
houses without having the okay from the DEC? Don't they have to?
For the
approve?
bulkhead?
Yeah,
Yeah, the bulkhead is a whole separate matter.
and
That-
that's in the works, or you're gonna work?
No, it's not in the works yet. It will be in the works if, if this is approved, then we move forward with this. That's part of our plan.
Okay.
And can you speak a little bit about as far as what the plans are for drainage?
Well, yes, there's two, I believe there are two dry wells proposed for each home, one in the front, one in the back. In addition, there's like a trench drain that's going to be installed in front of the, I guess, right before, so the DEC only has jurisdiction over a portion of the property. So the property, landward of the jurisdiction of determination, the DEC has, no say. So we were looking to install a trench drain there before it gets into a possible wetland area to absorb any runoff on the property. So each of the 3 properties has a pretty large trench drain across the whole back of the property to absorb any runoff, in addition to 2 dry wells on the property.
Did you say these houses have basements?
Yeah. I believe this canal was dug out years ago, so there's solid ground underneath it. So there were borings done on the property. So the water table is low enough to have basements. Yeah.
How many bedrooms did you say each house would have?
4 bedrooms, yeah, 2.5 bath. Very common these days, that's was typically built.
What were the other questions? There was one more that the neighbors asked.
As far as other concerns,
Oh, the fencing.
I'm sorry?
One of the neighbors
There's
had.
no fencing on the table.
Right.
No, that fencing was never proposed. We'd like to leave it natural in the back as much as we could, clean up the whatever we have to accommodate a new bulkhead and to possibly build the homes. As far as changing a flood zone, I don't, that's something FEMA would have to dictate it according to different levels of the waterways, not just individual properties won't change any flood
Right.
zones, yeah.
I don't think it would either.
Yeah.
I think once the homes are built, then the insurance company will deem whether it's in a flood zone or not.
Well, I believe that these are they're outside the actual flood zone because of the elevation and what it is. So that's what majority of the property is outside of the DEC jurisdiction as well, because it's certain elevation of the property, because it kind of graduates up to the Erline Court, to the street.
Anybody else? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission has been notified of this application.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you, have a good night.
Good night.
You too. Hearing 9, Appeal 24-554, Ryan Kelly at 23 Springdale Avenue, Massapequa.
Good evening.
Thomas, have you been in the proceedings?
I do.
Name and address?
My name is Cole Gartmayer from Long Island Perfect Permits, 124 Front Street, Suite 205, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. An agent representing Ryan Kelly, owner of 23 Springdale Avenue, Massapequa, New York, Section 66, Block 17, Lot 22. This property is in an R110 zone. An application was filed to maintain an outdoor kitchen, roof over, trellis, expanded driveway, and relocated pool equipment. The existing outdoor kitchen and roof over do not have the minimum required side yard and rear yard setback of 10 feet. The current rear yard setback of 5 feet and side yard setback is 4 feet. The roof over and outdoor kitchen were constructed in 2020. The existing roof over and trellis exceeded the maximum permitted building coverage of 20%. The current building coverage is 26%. The trellis was constructed in 2016. The existing roof over and trellis exceed the maximum permitted gross floor area of 3,350 square feet. The current gross floor area is 4,917.43 square feet. The existing roof over exceeds the maximum permitted building height of 12 feet. The current height is 12.52 feet. The existing pool equipment does not have the minimum required front yard setback of 60 feet. The pool equipment was relocated in 2019 and maintains a setback of 57 feet. Lastly, the existing driveway did not have the minimum required side yard setback of 10 feet. The current setback is 0.6 feet. The driveway was expanded in 2019. My client purchased the home in 2015 and made these improvements over the past 10 years for a better quality of life for their family. We feel these reliefs requested today are not out of character with this neighborhood. I do have consent letters, and I would also just like to point out that the lot is actually undersized. Looks like the minimum is 10,000 square feet. We have an 8,000 square foot lot, so that's what's making these numbers look a little bit
Glenn, how
bigger.
many, do you have, how many names do you have that,
Six.
thank you.
Yep.
Anybody have any questions?
I don't.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be voted to by
Thank you.
office.
Have a good evening.
Good night.
Two.
Hearing 10, Appeal 24-485, Frank Maggi at 4094 Meadow Lane, Seaford.
Want to substitute during this proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Salvatore Koshia, permits are us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm here on behalf of Mr. Maggi for property located at 4094 Meadow Lane in Seaford. Property is located in R17 zone. He's proposing to maintain a wood deck with a rear yard setback of 18.5 feet, where the required is 25 feet. A raised patio with a rear yard setback of 2.5 and a side yard setback of 0, where the required is 3 feet. The shed has a side yard setback of 1.4, where 3 is required. The shed, roof over, front porch, the raised patio, the deck have a lot coverage of 26%, where 25% is permitted. And the gross floor area is 3553 square feet, where 3205 square feet is allowed. It's an increase of 348 square feet. The driveway has a 0 setback, where 8 feet is required. Most of these items existed prior to his ownership. He filed for a pool permit, had the pool permit put in. The contractor installed a raised patio, which obviously was not the code, and then all these other issues came up, so he's here to legalize. He did speak to all of the neighbors that are affected directly, right, left, and both rear, and all of them stated they have no objection to any of the items that are here tonight.
Okay, so I was to the property, and F, proposed driveway, is existing,
It's an existing driveway, yes.
but it says proposed.
It shouldn't be a proposed
last
driveway.
one.
It should be a
Correct.
maintained.
So that has to be,
We'll make that correction.
Yes, definitely existing.
Anybody else have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be voted to by office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 11, Appeal 24-461, Hope Development 2 LLC, at 56 Sites Drive, Bethpage.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board. For the record, my name is Wayne Edwards, Sawn, Ward, Braff, Casignano, 333 Earl Lovington Boulevard, Uniondale, New York. I'm the attorney for the applicant, who owns the subject property located at 56 Sites Drive, Bethpage. This is part of Bethpage that is near Plain Edge, located south of Hempstead Turnpike. Property is known as Section 49, Block 197, Lot 13, on the land and tax map of Nassau County. It is zoned R7 on the official zoning map of the town of Oyster Bay. I'd like to submit some packets of material I'll be referring to for the board.
Thank you.
The property is currently improved with a single-family ranch-style house built in approximately 1952. Just hit me that the house and I are the same age. And I think it's aging better than me. I have a copy as Exhibit 1, a copy of the Nassau County property card. Just like every house in that area, it's rather small. It's around 1,067 square feet. And it also has a freestanding garage in the back. It's similar to the houses in the neighborhood. Attached as Exhibit 2 are Google photographs. I did one close and one far from a distance that shows what the neighborhood and area looks like. Basically all similar houses. Exhibit 3 is a copy of the land and tax map from Nassau County indicating that along Sites Drive between Andrew Lane and Dennis Lane, the lots are 6,000 square feet. The property was originally in a residential E-zone. Then the town did its rezoning, and it went to an R17, which has a minimum of 7,000 square feet. So all the lots basically are non-conforming except for some corner lots. It's my client's intention to demolish the existing house and build on the same foundation, a two-story house. The basement will comply with the town requirement of being less than 6'11", so it cannot be occupied. There'll be no outside entrance to the cellar. It will have an escape window, and the main entrance to the cellar is through the house. The plans were submitted to the building department of this town, and 2 denials were given. In an R17 district, the required side yard setbacks are a total of 20 feet, with 1 yard being at least 8 feet and the other yard being 12 feet. Since we're building on the same foundation, the existing side yard is 5 feet on one side and 15.3 feet on the other side. We comply with the 20 feet, but not with the 8 foot versus the 5 foot. It would be quite difficult to chop off 3 feet and put it onto the other side. It wouldn't make any sense. The second variance required is that the proposed new dwelling on the existing foundation exceeds the maximum permitted building coverage of 25%. The proposed building coverage is 3.8%. They're building on the exact same foundation. The only increase on lot coverage are the cantilevers, 145 square feet. The garage is staying at I think it's 388 square feet, so this is the only difference in adding that second floor. It's a 4-bedroom house, living space on the ground floor. I drove out to the neighborhood today and took some pictures. The neighborhood is in transition. Across the street is a beautiful house that was built. It's on a larger lot. Down the block, there are several pictures, as well as houses going. I would imagine that in 20 years, this will all be two-floor houses. It just has to happen. We're not producing any new land, and this is what people want. If you go to Levittown, the original Levitt house was 770 square feet. That's actually where I was conceived, but that's another question. But it's now they're much larger, and that's what the people want. So a couple thousand square feet for a house now is normal here, and not extravagant.
Well, I'm glad you're meeting the roof pitch, because some of your exhibits there
Yeah.
are, it just
Yeah.
boxes, so.
Yeah, so meeting the roof pitch, they're doing everything they're supposed to do. It's gonna be a very attractive house, colonial in style, and probably look similar to the house across the street, which you have to see a picture of. So that basically, there's no detriment to the area. I think it'll add value. As you go around Dennis North, you'll see that's a newer subdivision, basically with high ranches and colonials. So again, it's a neighborhood in transition, I think, for the better, and that concludes my presentation.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded
too.
to by our
Thank you.
office. Thank you,
Good
you
night.
too.
Hearing 12, Appeal 24-465, J. Abellis at 4136 Hicksville Road, Bethpage.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Andrew Kaplan, architect, Oyster Bay Drafting, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay. Hello, Happy New Year.
Hello, good evening.
Been a while. We have a project in front of the board seeking to reapprove the original variance that was granted on this property. This application was previously in front of the board for the exact same items in 2019 under decision 19-111. It's for the existing home business, minimum side yard setback, and the driveway setback. The design essentially has not changed since then, with the exception of the driveway setback going from the originally approved 6.8 setback to a 5-foot setback. It seems that it was expanded to get a little more space for that accessible parking spot, and there are still 4 off-street parking spots on that property. The nearest neighbor, which is to the north, is extremely well screened. There's proposed vegetation being put on our property, and there's a rather large tree also on the adjacent property, so you can't even see that stuff, even though you're slightly closer. I have a copy of that original
Remember it.
decision as well.
Thank you. Michael, would you like to read it?
I remember this one.
Besides that, originally was approved, pandemic showed up, things got a little crazy, work never got done. The homeowner would like to continue the project at this point. We're just looking to reapprove the same original approval.
So you're meeting all the conditions of a home office, the doctor's going to reside there,
Mm-hmm.
2 employees?
Mhm.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much, have a great night.
You too,
night.
thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 13, Appeal 24-487, Joanna Christensen at 31 Linden Avenue, Bethpage.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. Some photos, consent letters for the board. From Representative Mr. and Mrs. Christensen of 31 Linden Avenue, Bethpage. The Christensens are seeking a variance to maintain a driveway having less side yard setback than required, and to maintain an air conditioning unit having less side yard setback than required, and to amend the appeal number 18-458. In regard to the air conditioner, the abutting neighbor close to the air conditioner at 37 Linden Avenue has signed a letter of consent. There are 2 other air conditioners in the same side yard, and they were granted a variance, and that was decision 18-458, and they have a CO for those. The air conditioner is maintaining a 1.5-foot side yard setback where 3 feet is required. In regard to the driveway, it's maintaining a 2-foot side yard setback where 8 feet is required. There are many other homes on the block with widened driveways similar to the homeowners, and they had 37, 41, 47, 51, 57, 67, and 71 Linden Avenue, to name a few. We also received a consent letter from the neighbor close to the driveway, 27 Linden Avenue. The driveway is not out of character with this neighborhood. There's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property. The house has been sold, they have money held in escrow.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? No. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission has been notified of this application.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Hearing number 14, Appeal 24-473, Nicholas Siniscalchi at 138 Pollock Place, Hicksville.
I guess for the record, Brian Fiore, 208 North Wisconsin Avenue, Massapequa, New York. Here on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Siniscalchi, 138 Pollock Place, Hicksville. Second time I did that. We're requesting variances for a proposed second-story addition, which is over the maximum allowable gross floor area on a split-level style house. Maximum allowable gross floor area is 2,900 based on their lot size. We're proposing a gross floor area of 3,078.48 square feet, which is over by 178.48 square feet. We feel.
We have .58.
Sorry, you know what, .58.
Okay.
I said 48. Well. 50, you know what, it is 58.
Yeah, you wanna go with
I typed
that.
48.
Mhm.
But we feel this is a small amount over than the maximum required by 178.58. We're building over the exact footprint of the house, going straight up. We would have preferred to avoid the variance, and we looked at alternative designs, but, you know, it just wasn't gonna meet the criteria, and it would have looked odd. So, you know, this is just a large split level, so it's over the lot coverage. And I know the family has a parent moving into the house with them, so they need the extra bedroom space, and so they're anxious to get construction going on this.
Okay. De minimis. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Oh, we have consents? How many? I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry, Brian.
6. I highlighted them on the map.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Correspondence?
Sorry. Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Hearing 15, Appeal 24-476, Sharandeep Nanda at 131 King Street, Hicksville.
Thank you, Mike. Promise to tell the truth of these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm appearing on behalf of Charandeep Nanda of 131 King Street, Hicksville, New York. We are requesting a variance to maintain an existing widened driveway and parking in the front yard. The property is located in the R17 zone and does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 8 feet. The existing widened driveway runs along the east property line and does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 8 feet. This is a common condition on this block. The properties at 113, 129, and 132 King Street all have widened driveways to the property line. Photos of these properties have been submitted to the board. We're also in the process of satisfying a notice of violation, which was issued for this property. I do not have consent letters for this application. They were requested of the owner. The property is well maintained, and as mentioned, the existing conditions are consistent with other neighboring properties, and that completes our application.
You know, I'm looking at this, the driveway, it's one thing, it's going to the property line, but it's going right in front of the front of the house, the front yard.
The existing, the owner parks the cars closer to the garage door, if you look at the photos.
I'm
Looking at the
where
house.
there was a parked car right in front of the stoop.
There's a parked car right in front of the edge of the dwelling. About 8 feet from the property line is really for storage of garbage containers and recycle
Yeah,
bins.
that's fine. I understand, there's a fence there, it's not bothering the neighbor, it's the other way. You know, it just,
Towards the front of the house,
yeah.
The front door.
it's-
towards the front entry? Okay. Understood.
I would really like them to cut it back a little bit and put a walkway there or whatever. And as much as I like cars off the street, I don't wanna see them in front of the front door either.
I just want to look at the site plan that I submitted. All right. Yeah, looking at the survey, I think we can make a recommendation to maybe cut it back a little bit towards the entry, or to the
I
center
would-
line of the entry.
Yeah, I don't like to see cars and it's something that, it's just aesthetically not pleasing and it will set a precedent too, that
Mm-hmm.
others will wanna do that. It's city-like. Anybody else have any comments on that?
No, so condition.
Yes.
If I could request the decision to be reserved, so I can communicate with the office?
Absolutely.
Zoning board office? And then we'll
Absolutely. We will
coordinate
reserve
a
it.
setback or a reduction of that driveway?
Mhm.
Excellent.
I appreciate that, Mr.
Mhm.
Forgot your name, Palumbo. I didn't call him anything except his name. Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Public hearing is closed. We'll put this case on reserve.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Palumbo.
Hearing 16, Appeal 24-495, Ging Fun Chang at 303 Plainview Road, Hicksville.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Trump Road, Old Bethpage.
Thanks.
Passed up some photos for the board. I'm representing Mrs. Chen of 303 Plainview Road in Hicksville. Ms. Chen seeking a variance to construct a 34 by 31-foot new dwelling on a partial new and partial existing foundation, having less side yard setback and aggregate setback, and to maintain a shed having less side yard setback and rear yard setback than required. The proposed side yard setback would be 6.08 feet where 8 feet is required, and an aggregate of 16.7 where 20 feet is required. These are existing conditions. The homeowner is proposing an addition over the existing house and not further encroaching into the existing setback. They're not exceeding the lot coverage, gross floor area, or roof pitch. In regard to the sheds in the rear, they're under 100 square feet. They are behind a 6-foot wide wood fence. They are not visible from the street. The homeowner did reach out to the abutting neighbor at 299 Plainview Road, and she told me they didn't have any concerns about this. Their driveway is on that side of the property. The other abutting neighbor is the Korean church. There's no been any complaints of violations from the town on this property, and they're not putting a cellar entrance in on this addition, and the property is well kept.
Would it be possible for them to give us a little bit of a rear yard on these sheds in the back? I mean, 0 feet is right up against the property line.
There's 2 sheds there. They could remove the back shed.
That's
There's a little shed behind
The
the,
one that concerns me is the 0-foot rear yard.
yeah, that's behind the existing shed. They could remove that shed.
Okay. So is that, it says shed, so is that,
There's 2 sheds abutting each other.
so, okay.
The one closest to the rear, which is the 0, they could remove that one.
So I wouldn't deny all of B, or I wouldn't, the one with the 2.6, so those are 2 different sheds. The side yard one is 2.6 and the rear yard one is 0. Just the rear yard one will be removed?
Correct.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yes, just the rear yard.
Thank you, Mr. Schumacher. Okay, anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Good night.
Thank you. Hearing 17, Appeal 24-504, Jose Cuzco at 336 Acre Lane, Hicksville.
Thanks.
Again, for the record, Salvatore Koshia, permits are us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791.
Excuse me just one moment. Gentlemen, please, thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. I'm here on behalf of Mr. Cuzco, located at 336 Acre Lane in Hicksville. Property is located in R17 zone. Proposing to maintain a shed with a side yard setback of .03, where 3 feet is required, and the height is 10.83 feet, where 10 feet is allowed. The existing one-story addition, carport conversion, have an aggregate side yard of 15.8 feet, where 20 feet is required, and they're also proposing a second-floor addition that'll have a roof pitch of 3.2512 instead of the required 612. Keep in mind, it's keeping in line with the existing dormer that was already granted on the house. So the roof line is staying the same, the ridge is not being raised. Client purchased the home in 2021. Most of these other issues already existed prior.
As with the application that was just before yours, the shed, 0.3, can we give us a little bit more of a side yard than 0.3?
More than happy to oblige.
I appreciate that. This is great.
What would you like?
I would like 2 feet,
Fantastic.
at least. Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, one at a time, okay? Please speak first.
Mary Ann.
Come on up, please. Would you just raise your right hand?
Oh, yeah.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
And your name and address, please.
Mary Ann Gaudioso. I'm at 94 Stewart Avenue in Hicksville, directly in back of this property.
Thank you.
Can you speak into the microphone so I can hear you? Okay, so I have to tell you, I am so stressed over this property, and the gentleman, not you, but the gentleman who started this. I have been with the town of Oyster Bay with a complaint since 2022.
Before you continue, is your complaint about the condition of this property?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It's with what they're trying to do.
Okay.
All right. So they moved in 2022, only in for maybe a month or two, and the owner, I'm awoken in the morning in March by banging. So I go outside and I find the owner in his backyard, which is my backyard, building a shed. It is 1 feet from the property line, and it's going up very large. I said to him, listen, I can't do this. So he said, and very aggressively, he said to me, I'll build what I want. So I said to him, listen, I've been here 44 years, you're not gonna do it. The town is strict, right? So I had to call the police, they came. I had to call Town of Oyster Bay, they came. I called public safety, they came, and he was stopped from building. Well, he wouldn't take it down. So Inspector Domingo in the Town of Oyster Bay has been with him, trying to get this man to take the property down, that my backyard looks like a garbage site, because the shed is about 14 feet long, tall.
It's
16
10.8,
feet
if
wide
we're
and
talking about
6
the
feet.
same shed,
Yeah.
our paperwork says the height of that shed is 10.83.
Correct.
Here, take a look.
Well, I'm gonna let you pass that up.
Yeah. And he's supposed to.
Into the microphone, please.
He should have taken it down in December, according to Inspector Domingo. So his arrogance has me really fearful, because I'm living with something, and according to the neighbors, your client wants to put an
Yes, speak to
outside.
them, ma'am.
Your client wants to put an outside kitchen, and that's why he's not giving up on that size thing. So I don't trust where they're trying to go with this at all. And I think you're opening your decision to reject it was absolutely correct, because it's gonna open up a nightmare. I'm living with a nightmare, because I'm expecting God knows what he's gonna continue to build there.
So this shed is not completed? Is this the way it is like today?
Yeah, that's what I'm living with. My property looks like.
So he stopped working on it when Inspector
Yeah, he had
Domingo
to. The
came.
inspector stopped it, and the
instructed him to
inspector
try
told
to
him to
legal
take it
action,
down.
what he's doing.
In December, he was still take it down. So I don't feel that the town, and you know what, I apologize.
No,
to
ma'am,
you,
ma'am,
because I'm sure
ma'am.
you're not- I'm sure you're not aware.
Speak to us.
He'll come back.
I'm sure that he's not aware of what the plans are.
He probably isn't. He's here representing him as a professional.
Yeah, exactly.
But we don't really know what his plans are either.
Yes.
I understand he was aggressive to you, and that's very unfortunate. That's not neighborly.
Well, it's frightening, because now you don't know what's going to go on in that, what his intentions
Can
really
you
are.
tell me, what is the height of the fences, the white, do you know the height of the
They're
white
6
fence?
feet.
The 6 feet?
No, he just put that up.
The white one is 6, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll take the next speaker.
Thank you.
No.
I promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes.
Name and
I do.
address, please.
Nilsa Cunha, 11 Abode Lane, Hicksville, New York. So, all things done in accordance with town ordinances and you're following the preset established rules, I'm fine with, right? Okay. In regards to the shed, I guess specifically, just the size and the magnitude from where my backyard is, I'm like diagonal, so all the houses are kind of, set on top of each other a little bit. So it really is just, I would say an eyesore, but it's large. So to me, I'm really more concerned, like, is it going to be a shed or is it going to be, like a tiny home, a source of income, things of that nature?
Oh, it is definitely not gonna be a tiny home as a source.
Right,
It
yeah,
is not
right.
gonna be
So
that.
just with the size of the sheds, I just want to make sure that everything is, by the books if you're going to be, doing it. If you want to have a secondary income, things of that nature, as long as you're getting permits for that, potentially, just.
We don't
follow
allow
through.
that in the town of Oyster
Okay.
Bay.
Yes, no, absolutely. No, I agree. I'm just saying, based on the size, it just doesn't seem.
Because of its,
11 by 11.
Okay,
Does it?
Whole shed.
yeah, it is.
a tiny home. No,
Right.
it's not
Who
gonna be a
knows? Who
tiny
knows?
home.
Yeah, just, that was my only concern. That's it, yeah.
I appreciate you coming down, thank
Sure.
you.
Hi, my name is,
Promise to tell the truth during these
okay.
proceedings?
Yeah.
Yes?
yes,
Thank you. Your name and address, please.
sure, it's Vincent Grodzinski, 326 Acre Lane, Hicksville.
Can you spell your last name, sir?
Grodzinski.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I became aware of that from my neighbor. I can't see it from the street, but she lives in a legacy house in Hicksville. I'm calling it a legacy. It's been there. It was the original owner of much of the land in Hicksville. And she has beautiful property, beautiful trees. Everything is beautiful about it. It doesn't need any sheds that are on the property line, because all of us around there, most people probably have a shed. We don't put it on the property line, and even if we did, we would speak to our neighbors. The person that you just spoke to, her and I both have sheds, and we wouldn't have put them anywhere where she didn't know, we both agreed, it's fine, there's no problem about it. So mainly, and the other thing I did notice about this application is, do people build, or are they somehow allowed to build and then come to you and ask?
No, they're
for a
not
variance?
allowed to,
So
but
there's
that
a-
is
there's a-
half of our
there's a-
business.
I don't mean to interrupt you. There's a
They
thing
pay
that's
an
on
extra
here that
fee
says
for
a
that.
carport. The carport was done maybe 2 years ago. I
The
mean,
carport is not before us.
Yes.
it says,
Is it?
it's asking for a
Yes,
carport.
it is.
Oh, with the, I'm
Version.
sorry, I'm just looking at the addition. and
If
carport.
someone builds something
So tonight's,
and then comes and asks you, I'm pretty sure that's
the
not the-
town of Oyster Bay triples their permit fees when they do that.
okay.
So that's a little bit of a slap.
Okay. So
Okay.
I mean,
They
because
do get
And
penalized.
sir,
clearly that
and
shouldn't
sir,
be even.
it happens all the time.
I know it
And
happens all
people
the time.
build sheds
Doesn't
on
mean it's
property
right.
lines all the time.
And it doesn't mean it's
unfortunately.
right. It means if I build it, the town is very unlikely to
No.
make me take it down
Sometimes
without a
we
lot
do
of
make
pressure.
people take things down, and that's what's gonna happen here.
Okay.
He is gonna remove the one
Okay.
shed. There are two, and he's gonna remove the one.
Okay.
The side yard,
No,
No,
no, that's a different
that was a different case, Ken.
one. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
No, you're done. Sorry. Okay, so,
Just to clarify, sheds existing. The structure that I'm aware of that he was trying to build, where they called him in on, was a pergola, most likely attached to it. However, Domingo did go out there. He's not building that. This started his whole process of legalizing whatever was on his property prior to him and whatever he is doing and the proposed second floor
so
that he's
this
looking
is
to do.
not the shed that we're talking about. This is the part of,
Yes,
The-
you could give it in this.
I'm gonna look at the plans. that he submitted. Okay. That's the shed? He's gonna move it.
Oh, so this isn't it. That's not it.
No, it says here 10-foot, 80.83.
This is-
So it's a little higher.
trying
I'm
to
not gonna
build one
break
which
his
he's
shoes
no
about the
longer
height.
building.
He's moving it.
This is down?
I don't know if it's actually down at the moment, but it will be coming.
He
No,
wanted
we'll
to
do
see, we're asking him if that's the,
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay. Oh, okay, all right, thank you.
Even take down.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sue, that's coming down, is that what you're saying?
yes.
That fresh wood you see up top he was trying to build a pergola over it. That's coming down.
Why would he do something like that so close to the property line? That's so obnoxious. And you know what? And you can go back and tell your client, if he wants to do anything else and he has to come back here, we're gonna remember what he did, because that is really, especially after he's been spoken to by a neighbor. So because of that, and I was trying to be nice about his shed, I want that shed to comply.
No problem.
As far as setbacks, I'm not gonna.
Right, the shed's slightly over the requirement of
height.
actually needing a
Right.
permit and height, but yes.
The shed is gonna comply, now it's going 3 feet.
3 and 3, that's fine.
Yep.
And that's what it should.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Pulling it an extra foot is,
And hopefully he'll learn his lesson and be a better neighbor, because that's not
well, I think he
what
may have learned
did
a lesson,
was-
which is why he's filing for proposed.
Yes, well, he got stopped by the town, or he would've kept building. He wasn't gonna listen to his neighbor.
Yes.
And I'm not taking it out on you, I want you to just carry the message.
100%.
I know you have thicker skin than that, right?
Yes, all good.
Okay, appreciate that.
No problem.
Anybody else have any concerns up here? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be
Thank
forwarded
you.
to you by our office.
Hearing number 18, Appeal 24-581, Bogus Law Inc. at 18 Winding Road, Hicksville.
Again, for the record, Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. I'm appearing on behalf of Boguslaw Henk of 18 Winding Road, Hicksville, New York. We are requesting a variance for the proposed reconstruction of the existing garage, which is located in R17 zone and does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 8 feet, maintaining an existing side yard setback of 6.6 feet. The aggregate side yard of the garage is 20.2 feet and will be in compliance. With respect to the reconstruction of the existing garage, there was a recent fire in the garage and the roof was compromised. We are simply proposing to raise the perimeter walls so that the new garage roof will be in the same plane as the existing roof over the dwelling. The owner plans on installing solar panels in the future, and this will allow for the even distribution of the panels along the roof line. The existing footprint of the garage will not change. We are only raising the height of the existing garage roof line in line with the existing dwelling. The building department required that we file a variance for the proposed roof and repair. Please note that the existing shed that abuts the garage will be removed, and request that it be withdrawn from our application. We are in the process of satisfying a notice of violation which was issued for the property. The violation was issued due to an open permit, which will be renewed and closed out along with this application as well. Photos of the property have been submitted to the board, and that completes our application.
Thank you, Mr. Palumbo.
Yeah, this is,
Yeah, this is going up to that roof line, that
excellent.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission has been notified of this application.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Hearing 19, Appeal 24-493, Mark Saglin-Benny at 12 Cindy Drive, Old Bethpage.
Sense? Thank you.
Again, for the record, Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. I'm appearing on behalf of Mark Zaglabin of 12 Cindy Drive, Old Bethpage, New York. We are requesting a variance for a proposed one-story addition, which is located in R17 zone and does not have the minimum required rear yard setback of 25 feet. Proposing a rear yard setback of 23.2 feet. Building permit P2311-0089 was issued for a proposed addition and interior alterations to the existing dwelling. During construction, we added 2 feet to the bathroom, which created the encroachment into the rear yard. Also note that the AC units are properly screened from the neighboring properties and the street. Photos of the property, along with 5 letters of consent, which include the abutting property owners, to the property owner to the west of the subject premises, has been submitted to the board. The property is well maintained, and that completes our application.
We got something proposed tonight.
I'm sorry?
I said we got something proposed tonight.
Yes, the suspension listed as proposed, but it was part of the proposed application. A minor change.
No problem. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hearing 20, Appeal 24-466, Myung Hun Lee at 583 Plainview Road, Plainview.
Tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Name and address.
John Tufel, professional engineer, 707 Route 110 Farmingdale. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, member of the board. I'm here tonight with Mrs. Myung Hun Lee and Ms. Grace Lee, owners of the property at 583 Plainview Road in Plainview, who are seeking a variance for a maximum gross floor area to maintain an existing unheated sunroom on the rear of their home. The zone is R17. The maximum permitted gross floor area is 3,598.91 square feet, and we're requesting 3,664.38 square feet to maintain this 241 square foot unheated rear sunroom addition. This is only 65.47 square feet, or 1.8% more than permitted, which we feel is a small amount. This rear sunroom is in the same area as a roofed-over deck, which existed when the Lees purchased the home in 2004. About 3 years later, in 2007, a contractor added walls to enclose it, of course, without informing the Lees that a permit was needed. They really do enjoy the area. It gives them a little extra space in the back, and they request they could maintain it. And that completes our case.
If we were to grant this application, would they accept a condition that it not be converted into habitable space?
Yes. Yes, I'll explain that, and yes, I'm sure they'll have no problem with that.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hearing 21, Appeal 24-477, Mark Saglambeni at 38 Wensley Road, Plainview.
Again, for the record, Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Appearing on behalf of Mark Zaglabin of 38 Wensley Road, Plainview, New York, we are requesting a variance for the proposed reconstruction of the existing dwelling for a proposed one-story, one-family dwelling, which is located in an R17 zone and does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 8 feet or aggregate side yard of 20 feet. Proposing a side yard setback of 5 feet and an aggregate side yard of 16.7 feet. The proposed reconstruction of the existing dwelling, together with the proposed detached garage, exceed the maximum permitted building coverage of 25%, proposing a building coverage of 28.75%. Photos of the existing property, along with 9 letters of consent, which include 4 abutting property owners, have been submitted to the board. The proposed one-family dwelling over the existing foundation and a partial new foundation will be in character with the surrounding homes in this neighborhood. And that completes our application.
Anybody have any questions?
No, none.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 22, Appeal 24-486, David Romero Garcia at 63 Knickerbocker Road, Plainview.
Allow him to open Mr. Tufel.
Thank you, yes, I will tell the truth. Hello, John Tufel again, 707 Route 110 in Farmingdale. I'm here tonight with Mr. David Romero Garcia, who's with me, 63 Knickerbocker Road, Plainview, who's seeking variances to construct a 10 by 26-foot pergola attached to the rear of his 2-story residence, and for a 6-foot-high PVC fence in the side front yard on this, along Lutz Road. The fence is along Lutz Road on this corner property. The zone is R17, where a maximum building coverage of 25% is permitted, and we are requesting 25.35%, which we feel is a small amount. Although the area of the proposed pergola is only 260 square feet, it's 26 feet by 10 feet. The total requested floor area of 4,861.56 square feet is greater than the maximum permitted gross floor area of 3,346.85 square feet permitted by ordinance. Finally, although the public notice specifies construct, we are actually requesting to maintain this existing, the fence is existing along the Lutz Road side of the property. This fence was installed this past summer as part of a permitted in-ground pool installation. The permit number is P2405-0080. It also provides much-needed privacy for this corner property, typical corner property. We do feel that adequate site triangles remain at the intersection of Knickerbocker and Lutz Road. Mr. Romero Garcia has resided at 63 Knickerbocker Road since September of 2022 with his wife and 2 children. Love the area, and they'd really like to put that pergola to shield the patio on the back, and of course maintain the fence, which provides that pool barrier, and that completes our case.
So the fence runs along the back of the house, yes?
Yes, along the back, right?
And that's it? Or it comes up the sides to the...
Then it comes up to the...
It's not marked off. I can't see where this fence is. I have no idea. Anybody see this fence?
If you look at the sites, to the top of the site plan, on the site plan, you mean, ma'am? I'm sorry.
I can look at the survey, I can look at the site plan, but I don't know where this fence is. I mean, I could figure it out, I guess.
Oh, the dotted line.
Yeah.
It's the dotted line, Reed. Good going, Reed. You're right, on this one it isn't. Here it is in a
So
small.
my concern here then is, this is Lutz Road, right? So I just wanna know where this neighbor's driveway is. So could you ask him that?
This, they have it on our smaller one, but it's a dotted.
It's not good enough for me.
No, it's too hard to see.
I don't wanna have to struggle to look at it.
Over here, yeah, the driveway, it's about 8 feet away. Right, yes, that's it. So I
Okay.
think there's no problem.
All right, thank you. I need to know that. It's
That's a
just
good
not
question.
marked
I mean,
properly. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions?
Nope.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good night.
Hearing 23, Appeal 24-462, Jody York at 15 Oakwood Street, Jericho.
Hello again, Salvatore Cuccia, permits are us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791. I'm here on behalf of Mrs. York. Property's at 15 Oakwood Street in Jericho. It's an R110 zone. Proposed to maintain a shed. There's a front yard setback of 3.7 feet, where the required is 34.9 feet, and a side yard setback of 1.8 feet, where the required is 10 feet. This is a corner property, so this is a secondary front yard. The existing portico and shed have a lot coverage of 23.08, where the permitted is 20%. The shed has existed for over 10 years, and the portico approximately 6 years. The house is since sold. There is money in escrow.
In an R110 zone, 10 feet is required for the shed. Yeah, 4 foot, 3.7 we can live with, but the side yard it's just too close.
Let's take a look.
It's 1.8 now.
What are we suggesting?
I'm suggesting, if it, at least 3 feet.
Exactly.
3 feet.
I understand 10 feet is difficult, but it is an R110 zone, and that's very close to the side yard. And our reasoning behind it, sir, is just so you know, that we've been getting a lot of complaints lately with sheds being so close to the property lines that when we have these hard rains, the water rolls off right into the neighbor's yard, and that's our reasoning.
Okay, so we'll relocate it 3 feet instead of the
The
1.8.
side yard, yeah, if we could do 3 feet instead of 1.8, I would appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I aim to please.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I don't mean to give you a hard time tonight.
No worries, all good. And just
Okay.
for the record, just so you know, on the other one, he's already been told. I already spoke to the client, told him.
Yeah, that was not smart. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, ma'am.
I was not aware that I should make copies for everybody or anything like that. I'm not an attorney.
All right, let's swear you in first, and then,
Raise your hand.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Thank you, and your name and address, please.
Arlene Skolnick, 90 Bounty Lane, Jericho, New York.
Thank you.
I live adjacent to the house. And I have some pictures here. This shows the poor condition of this shed.
Okay, Michael will show them to the chairperson.
And
she'll
there's
pass
a space here between the roof and the wall. This is the back of the shed, which is what faces my property, where this is. And this is, I don't know if it's plywood or what it is. They weren't that obvious, but now the branches on these trees are coming off, and you can see, this is what I see. And this is very close to the street, and it's very close to my home.
ma'am, you're entering these into evidence, correct? Okay.
That's fine. Okay, I need my glasses. Okay. Okay. I'm here because I oppose what my neighbor or former neighbor, whoever it is, requested this variance for an existing shed. It's very close to my property, as is evident on the survey. It's 1.8 feet from my property. It goes along my driveway.
It looks like that shed's been there for a very, very long time. Were you
couldn't
not aware?
really see it.
Oh, now you can?
Now you can see it. Yes, and truthfully, when I did see it, I figured they must have a CO or it must be a legal thing, you know, I'm not an attorney. I moved in, it's there, it's like disgusting. I don't see how it could be approved. This is not a shed that's gonna be able to be moved, because I'm
It
sure
looks
it's
like
gonna fall apart.
it'll fall apart if they try and move it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So
well,
therefore,
Lois
I don't
first.
see any reason for there to be any variance. Where was I? Okay, there's a gap in the roof, and I don't know what's in there. What, it's crawled in, if there's vermin, I just, it's an eyesore. And I don't think any of you would want to live with that when you walk out of your home. I just feel very strongly about this. Okay, I said the trees block my view, but they don't anymore because they're, I mean, it still does a little bit, but it's definitely more visible.
Well, it looks like the trees are maturing and they're losing their bottom branches, that's why you can see it.
They're wearing out.
Aren't we all?
Also, it's difficult when I'm going out of my driveway. There's 12 feet there, and very close to the curb. I worry about hitting a child, or I feel that this is really a dangerous thing that I've put up with, thinking that it was a legal thing.
The
Okay.
fence that they're,
No, they're not looking for fence.
Okay.
Shed and a portico.
Okay, I'm also afraid that this structure will lower the value of my home.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
We're gonna keep your pictures. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
that's
part of the
fine.
file.
Here, I can give you a copy of things that I said.
It's all on the record, ma'am. We have a stenographer.
Oh, I was wondering, because that's what somebody said to me.
She's
Then I
recording
see
him.
everybody doing all these
Yep,
things.
that's why we
and I'm
asked for your
like,
name. She took it
Okay.
all down, okay?
All right, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for
Thank you,
coming.
thank you for coming.
Wish I didn't have to.
That's just,
I know.
that's just the building lot coverage. Just so
You are having a night.
So,
So,
the only feedback I can give you, if the shed is gonna fall down when they go to move it, it's just gonna come down.
that shed's gonna come down, so why don't we just get rid of it?
May I?
Yes, you may.
oh, you weren't back there?
I didn't look at the back of the shed.
I think you should
No,
look
I
at
know.
it.
It's-
There's
it's
no way
gross.
that's
It
gonna get
is.
moved. I don't even think there's any way it's keeping anything dry in there.
No, it's like old plywood. It's all,
And that's on my side. The other side has the siding. So it's a lack of consideration.
I don't wanna speak for the client, tell them they have to take their shed down. However, I'm open to, you know, just tell them, and listen, it's gonna fall down anyway when we go to move it, so it's fine.
Well, if we deny it, it's gonna change the lot coverage, and then you might not need a variance at all. So why don't we put it on reserve and you talk
Yeah,
to your client?
correct,
How about that?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
2
right?
weeks.
no problem.
You can get back to
I'll have an,
Sue,
I'll have
Ms.
an answer,
Cloninger, and-
yeah, I'll have an answer for you on Monday or tomorrow, Friday.
Okay?
I'm
Sound
done.
good?
Sounds fantastic.
Great.
Correspondence,
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends favorable determination.
motion,
Reserve? Is it- sit on
public
reserve?
hearing is closed, and this will go on reserve.
Have a great night, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hearing 24, Appeal 24-484, Joshua and Rebecca Bloomgarden at 6 Split Rock Lane, Syosset.
Tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Good evening, Madam Chairperson, members of the board, Bernard Rogers, architect. My office is located at 2150 Wantagh Park Drive, Wantagh, New York, 11793. I'm here this evening representing my clients, Rebecca and Joshua Bloomgarden, the owners of 6 Split Rock Lane, Syosset, New York, 11791, zoned R1-1A by the town of Oyster Bay. My clients are proposing to convert their existing accessory building on their property, which is currently a garage and stables, to a garage and a pool house. This structure was built with the house and of course has not been used to house horses for quite some time. It functions as a 2-car detached garage with outdoor storage. My clients are installing an in-ground pool on their property, so they're looking to put the structure to better use. The pool permit was applied for in August of this past year. We are proposing to keep the garage area and convert the balance of the stable space to 2 storage rooms, one for pool storage and one for sports equipment storage for their 2 sons, a gym room, an open cabana space, and a 3-piece bathroom. The bathroom would consist of a sink, a toilet, and a shower. we are seeking permission for the installation of the bathroom. My clients have no intention of providing a sleeping facility or a kitchen in this structure, nor do they have any intentions of ever using it as a dwelling. I'd like to note that we're not enlarging or changing the size of the existing structure. We're just changing the interior while modifying the existing windows and doors. I'd like to note that this has been noticed for some reason as an existing bathroom. We're proposing the bathroom.
I guess the typist just was typing existing all week long.
Got a little carried away.
Yeah, we'll change it.
We feel that if approved, our proposal would have no adverse effect on neighboring properties or the neighborhood in general. So in conclusion, we'd like to thank you very much with your time and consideration with hearing our request.
Do you happen to have your permit application number with you? For the
I
pool?
certainly, for the pool?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Can I just want to note it for
Yep,
the record.
it's P2408-0182.
-0,
182,
thank you,
and it's 8/20 of '24.
thank you. Okay,
I also have a picture of the structure I'd like to provide the board at this time.
wow.
That is the stable.
That's the stable. That's where the horses were. We like horses. Okay, anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Have a great evening now.
Good night. Thank you.
Next is hearing 25, Appeal 24-492, Sharam Hedvad at 181 High Farms Road, Glen Head.
Hi, raise your right hand, promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Peter Hagerman, architect, having offices at 10 Mineola Avenue, Roslyn Heights, New York, 11577.
Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, Madam Chair,
Good
members of the board. As you heard, I'm the architect representing my client. We're proposing a new house, and I think I'm going to demonstrate that we meet all the standards of review that this board considers when considering a variance. And I say that for the following reasons. The house we're proposing complies with all zoning codes governing floor area, maximum height, lot coverage, and setbacks, with the exception of the front yard setback, obviously. So, front yard setback is 69.4 feet. The property is, has some practical difficulties.
It's hard to hear you, sir. Could you just project?
So the property has some practical difficulties, that being, it's a very shallow property. And then it's compounded by the curvature of 10 Farms Road. So what that does is leaves me with about 204 feet to work with. Rear yard setback is 100 feet.
Make it easy.
Average front yard setback is 69.4, gives me a very, very sliver to work with. And I can demonstrate what that does to a house. If I were to comply, you see that it cuts this house. Makes it very difficult to design a house to comply with the setback. I will point out, I submitted a survey, the existing house that was there had a setback of 60.8 feet. So they were not complying either. That house was taken down. The property is in disrepair now. I'm sure you've driven by and seen it. So I want to also point out, this is our property with the house superimposed on it. And I would like to submit some surveys for the board.
Thank you.
Those surveys are of a couple of properties. I label them A, B, and C. Property A, which has a setback of 59.5 feet on High Farms Road. Property B has a setback of 53.13 feet on High Farms Road. And then property C has a setback of 47 feet. So what I also want to show you, this is a aerial view of High Farms Road, crossways to Brookville Road. And if you notice, all the properties are extremely deep. feet, 390 feet. This particular property with a 47-foot, 47.1-foot setback, is 500 feet deep. But you see, they're very deep. It's very easy to comply with those setbacks and have a deep piece of property. That's why we have this hardship. We have some practical difficulties that are not self-imposed. The second issue I want to talk about is the parking in the front yard. Sorry, the parking in the front yard.
You can move that microphone
You
closer.
can move that down.
So again, those are 4 surveys of houses on High Farms Road that have parking in the front yard. Also, from this aerial photo, I was able, okay, from this aerial photo, I was able to see
Thank
that,
you.
there are another 4 additional properties that I don't have surveys for, but you can clearly see that there's parking in the front yard. So there are 8 houses on High Farms Road. What's the name of the road? High Farms. Right. And there are 8 properties on that street that have parking in the front yard. So I just want to demonstrate that this particular proposal is in character with the neighborhood in terms of setbacks and in terms of parking. The other issue we have is the driveway is too close to the property line. Now, this happens to be where the existing curb cut is. And I chose to leave that there for a couple of reasons. What I did here on this drawing is I show all the obstacles in the way. For instance, there's a large rock here and a large rock here. Those are about the size of a minivan. Also, many old-growth trees along this property. So if we were to move the driveway, we would have to take down some of those trees. We're actually proposing adding 5 trees on here to keep that bucolic look of a tree-lined street. Another issue is...
Can you put the microphone closer to your mouth?
Another issue is, again, here's our property, directly across the street. It's hard to see, but right there is the curb cut for the house across the street. So if I were to move that curb cut somewhere in the middle there, they would be opposite each other, and that's really not a good situation, cause them back into each other. The other thing I noticed, I took a drive there with the curb cut here. It really does afford people driving along here the ability to see somebody coming out of that driveway. Likewise, somebody leaving that driveway has a better view up the street this way and up the street that way. So I think that's probably why they located the driveway where they did in the first place. I think it's the most practical place for the driveway. So again, I think this house is very much in character with the neighborhood. There are many, many brick and stone colonials, very, very stately colonials on that street. I think this pretty much demonstrates we tried to emulate them. Another thing I wanted to point out.
It's a lovely-looking home.
Thank you. The setback we're talking about is 50 feet to the garage. So here you see the garage. The garage actually projects forward about 7 feet from the main residence. So in reality, it's 50 feet to the garage, 57 approximately to the main house. And as I stated earlier, the existing house was 60.8 feet. So we're more or less in the same location as the existing house. So again, I finished my presentation and respectfully ask that you look favorably upon it.
I was in the neighborhood, it definitely is in character with what's there.
Yeah, thank you.
So where the greenery is in front of, you're going to add that
Yeah, yes.
in front of the cars,
Yes,
in other
we're
words?
going to screen it.
And keep the rocks there for
We're
safety?
going to keep the boulders, we're going to add screen plantings, so you wouldn't see those cars if they were parked in the front. I forgot to
Okay.
mention that.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, sir.
Raise your right hand, sir. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Absolutely do.
Your name and address, please.
Adam Bowl, number 1 Hamilton Court, Glen Head, New York, 11545.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Just gonna submit to the board some photos. Sorry, I have 4 copies. I didn't
That's
realize
fine.
it.
That's fine, you can share.
Good evening, Madam Chair and members of the board. Appreciate the time to speak tonight in objection of a few of the requests for variances on the subject property. First, I'll note we're excited as neighbors to see a house being developed on the property. This property's been the subject of what the town refers to as a zombie home. The house was abandoned for more than 20 years, had a collapsed roof, vermin, was a danger to the community, and Supervisor Saladino saw that the house was demolished, which we greatly appreciate, increased the safety of the neighborhood, and we're very happy to see that a developer is willing to invest on the property. I reside with my wife, who's here tonight, on the property on Hamilton Court, which abuts this property. Just to give you a little perspective, the variance that's requested on the driveway setback is directly abutting my backyard when you see it there on the aerial photos or the survey that was provided by the developer. I take issue and I have opposition to two of the variances being requested tonight. One, and most importantly, is the driveway setback that's being requested, and the other is the variance for parking in front of the property. As you're well aware, and as was stated by the applicant's representative, the zoning there is 1 acre plots. There is a substantial amount of room on the property for development. I understand the configuration of that property is a little bit awkward, especially in respect to other properties in the area. However, the developer and the owner was aware of that when they purchased the property from the seller before it went to foreclosure, tax foreclosure auction. So they were aware of what they were purchasing and the property that they had to work with when developing the home. I don't have any objection to the size of the home. It's obviously within the allotted square footage per the code, even though it is very large. But the driveway will be located within a mere number of feet to the backyard of my home. I believe the setback for that driveway is 20 feet that's required, and they're requesting somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 feet.
4.5 feet.
And I understand that that curb cut is existing, and that is absolutely correct. That curb cut was there when the property was developed more than 10 years before my entire cul-de-sac existed. There were no homes on that cul-de-sac. That was a farm. Therefore, that curb cut was not in close proximity to any property that existed at the time. My backyard, as you can see from the photos, the aerial photo that I submitted, directly abuts that. Now, as pointed out, that turn is extremely sharp on High Farms Road. Since I've lived in the home, which is a little over 6 years now, there's been numerous accidents, believe it or not, on that turn, usually in bad weather, both in rain and snow, because the turn is almost a 90-degree turn. And unfortunately, as we know, most motorists don't abide the 10 or 15-mile speed limit that's posted for that turn. Introducing traffic from an active driveway where it's being proposed will actually introduce more hazard to that area. And furthermore, the hazard will create a hazard to my property. My 3 daughters play in the backyard, located right against that property line. You can see the swing set from the aerial view. And if there were to be a traffic collision that occurs from an exiting or entering car on that driveway, the cars are going to end up on my property and through the fence that's directly on the property line. I understand what's being said about the curb cut across the street, and you can't oppose it. However, what's being proposed with the garage and the size of the driveway on the other side of the property, you can clearly have a curb cut that enters and exits from High Farms Road straight out to the road from that driveway, rather than creating an extensive driveway across the property that winds and then turns by my home. And I understand the hazard opposing the driveway across the street. However, that property across the street has 2 driveways and 2 curb cuts, and the second, which is located further down, and is not opposing the subject property at all. In fact, the residents of that home use that driveway and do not use the one that was pointed out that would be a hazard to the construction that's being proposed here. In addition, the field of view, which is what I use the Google image to demonstrate that I supplied to you, as you're coming down High Farms Road from the direction of Crossway, the arrow that I placed on that drawing indicates approximately where that driveway would exist if it was permitted. As you can clearly see, drivers that are proceeding on High Farms Road towards what would be this house and then my property cannot see that curb cut whatsoever when the foliage is in full effect most of the year. Even in the winter, I was unable to get a good picture because of the snow, unfortunately, but even in the winter, you do not have clear visibility. Less of a concern for the motorists that are on High Farms Road, but more of a concern for those entering and exiting the driveway that's being proposed. You have no clear field of view. If you were located further down on High Farms Road, closer to where the garage is being proposed, you can see clearly down High Farms Road and be further away from the sharp turn that's located by my home. And I understand the concern with the boulders and moving them, however, they are rocks and they are movable, they're not embedded in the ground. In addition, with the character of the neighborhood, clearly understand that both the house and a lot of the enhancements being proposed are within character of the neighborhood. However, the parking that's being proposed 9 feet off the street is not within character of the neighborhood. What's being proposed to me looks like a small parking lot in front of the home that can park multiple vehicles when there is significant and ample parking being proposed in front of the proposed 3-car garage on the other side of the property. So I'm not sure how many vehicles need to be parked on the single-family home property that's being proposed here, but it would not be within character to have multiple vehicles parked in a small lot 9 feet off High Farms Road on properties that are minimum zoning of 1 acre. There are driveways that are in front of homes on High Farms Road, and people do park their cars in those driveways. However, they don't have multiple car parking lots that are shooting off of those driveways, especially that close to the road where you're driving what is normally covered by foliage and other decorative fixtures in the area. So my primary concern is the setback on the driveway. It's the traffic hazard that it's creating and the proximity. I feel that the setback of 20 feet is able to be complied with here. And then my secondary concern is character of the neighborhood and the parking area in front of the home. And I appreciate the time to voice my concerns tonight, and I appreciate you taking them into consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well said.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I'd like to ask my client to come up, and I think he's got something to say.
Yep.
Have to swear him in. Would you raise your right hand, sir? Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
And your name and address, please.
Shahram Hedvad, as it's on the application. What do you want me to
And your address,
Moving
please.
the driveway as we talked about.
say? Address 10 Mineola Avenue, Roslyn Heights, New York, 11577.
Thank you, sir.
Can you speak into the microphone?
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, we had a conversation earlier that there would be a possibility of moving the driveway here. We did, you know.
Can't hear you, I'm sorry, it's not.
Sir, would you, the gentleman that just spoke, what was his name? Come on up, please. Because they're pointing at this drawing, so I'd like you to
Yeah, I
see.
was trying to move over. I appreciate it, thank you.
You can come up, yeah. Come
Can you
closer
see
to the
from there?
dais, yeah. You have to see.
Yeah, she needs to hear, not see.
So, after hearing the neighbors' complaints, valid ones.
Concerns.
After-
You have a microphone in your hand, you have to speak
Okay,
into
so
it.
after hearing the neighbors'
Concern.
points and concerns, I think there's a solution. I think we can move the driveway to this side, respecting the 20-foot setback, and doing away with the curb cut over here. I think that.
Is that
that
where
would-
you were proposing to have it?
Am I permitted to speak?
Yeah.
So are you suggesting doing a curb cut on the opposite side and just having a straight driveway and eliminating the curved driveway in front of the home?
Which I think that's what you were proposing.
Yeah, I think that solves my concern as it
I
relates to
think
the driveway.
we are-
And puts a
One
much
at a
safer
time.
situation in place.
I
Okay.
think we're willing to do that to accommodate the neighbor if it makes the neighbor happy, but I would appreciate if the variance would be given for the parking area in front of the house. It's just a very convenient feature to have. I think it is within, in the neighborhood, there are similar.
How many cars do you need to park?
Well, this would be guest parking. Plans to have very big parties.
Can it be, can it be not be directly in front of the house? Can it be offset a little bit?
Yes, we could do, again, the driveway come in here and a parking spur for, say, 2
Perfect.
cars, all right?
Because we denied somebody earlier in the evening from having cars directly parked in a much smaller piece of property, but nevertheless, we did deny them the parking in front of the house.
And to take the driveway out.
Right.
Yeah.
So again,
So if you could do that.
we could locate it's 20 feet, 20 feet off the property line, locate the driveway here, a parking spur to accommodate 2 cars, and a path to the,
Because I've seen that done many times, especially in that area.
we've done it before. This is a little more formal approach.
So we will put this case on reserve decision, and you will have to submit a new plan to the office.
You can't just make a decision with.
Oh, no. I can't make a decision if I don't have a plan in front of me, no. I like the idea, the neighbor likes the idea, the board likes the idea, but you do have to change the plan.
But you don't have to come back. And
if I-
you get
if I
it 2
may-
weeks, you can just,
Yeah, you don't have to come back.
you don't have to come back. We'll just, but we'll hold up.
Because these late nights just don't do it for me, you know?
If it creates a new variance, you will have to come back, but it looks like you're gonna comply.
We'll make it comply, yes.
Okay,
All right?
Yeah.
all right, everybody good with that? Yeah?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah?
The parking spur that's being suggested, will that still be located 9 feet off the road, or are you gonna set that back?
No,
further?
it'll be further from the road.
Yes, it will be 9
Yeah.
feet, or yes, it'll be
No.
further back?
It'll be further back into the property.
Okay, thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you for
welcome.
coming. Great.
Thank you.
Nice neighbors.
There's multiple solutions.
Reserve.
Yes,
I mean,
thank you.
you know what you have to do, and the quicker you do it, the quicker he gets his permits.
Okay.
All right, so
It's just
we'll close the hearing, put it on reserve, all right?
And we
Car-
just
So
get to
I'm
Mrs.
gonna need 3
Clonica.
sets of whatever it is you're proposing. Bring it to the zoning board of appeals office, give it to me. I will have it reviewed and I'll bring it back for the next hearing for a vote. Okay, so you have,
So we don't have, so we don't have to come back.
No,
No,
you
we
don't
don't.
have to
He has
ever
to
come
come
back
bring
here
it to
unless you
me,
do
and then
something
I'll bring
else.
it back.
We'll get that to you,
So that
Monday.
gives you
We'll
2
get that
weeks,
Monday.
okay?
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Correspondence,
Madam
thank
Chair,
you,
members of
thank
the
you
board,
so
thank you.
much for being cooperative, I appreciate it.
I'd just like
Correspondence?
to add something. This board is the nicest board I've ever been in front of.
Oh, thank you.
So,
Oh,
Very
that's so
pleasant,
nice.
so I'm shocked.
Thank you. Welcome to Town of Oyster Bay.
Yes, thank you.
Correspondence,
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
motion,
Decision.
public hearing is closed. This will be put on reserve.
Next is holdover 1, Appeal 24-442, Lori Macarone at 110 Brewster Road, Massapequa.
Oh, Mr. Palumbo, you're still here.
I like the board too.
Thanks, Mike.
And you heard what he said. They're the nicest board.
Again, for the record, Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. I'm appearing on behalf of Lori Macaron of 110 Brewster Road, Massapequa, New York. We are requesting a variance for the proposed in-ground swimming pool, along with a pool heater and filter, which is located in R110 Old Harbor Green Zone, and does not have the minimum required side and rear yard setback of 10 feet. Proposing a side and rear yard setback of 5 feet to the in-ground swimming pool. The proposed pool equipment and pool heater does not have the minimum required front yard setback of 60 feet along Brewster Road, proposing a front yard setback of 35 feet. The pool equipment will be properly screened from the street and neighboring properties. We are also requesting a variance to maintain an existing rear roofed-over patio that does not have the minimum required rear yard setback of 25 feet and exceeds the maximum permitted building coverage of 17.5%, maintaining a rear yard setback of 16.7 feet and a building coverage of 22%. There is no intention of enclosing the roofed-over patio in any way, and we would have no objection with the board conditioning the application as such, if approved. Photos of the property, along with consent letters from all 4 abutting property owners, have been submitted to the board. The property is well-maintained, and the proposed pool and the existing roof-over patio will be consistent with the character of the neighborhood, and that completes our application.
Sure.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence,
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
motion,
Decision.
public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good
Mr.
night.
Palumbo.
Good night.
Have a good
You too.
night.
Yes.
Hold over to-
Okay, and we have holdover 2, Appeal 24-400, Joseph Hinden at 19 Post Street, Glen Head.
Just raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
And your name and address?
Anthony Portillo, architect, A&P Architecture, 10200 Main Road, Mattatuck,
Thank you.
New York.
Ooh, you got a ride home.
My favorite town.
Yeah, put me on last.
Holdover.
It's kind of I think it was our office's fault for the holdover, so I can't complain.
Would be it.
I am proposing something.
Okay.
And I think it's pretty straightforward, so I'm not going to take a lot of your time. Basically, there's an existing front yard. The existing front yard is non-complying. There is a covered porch in the front yard. We're asking to expand the covered porch. We're not exceeding the existing non-compliance. We are removing a deck in the rear. We're trying to help with the lot coverage by doing that, and we're putting an on-grade patio. But we are requesting 3 variances. Front yard, which again is existing non-compliant, we're not increasing that. And it's a minor increase in lot coverage and a minor increase in gross floor area.
It's not uncommon in that area. because
Very
the-
small lot.
Yeah, the lots are small, front yards, so. I
It's really
was
just a
there.
quorky patio now, and we're trying to just fix the look of it, really, the way it looks currently. So.
Okay.
And we've been doing this for a while, so we're happy to be here.
All right.
Thank you for your time.
I was there. I don't see a problem with it. Anybody have any questions?
No, the rendering is
Nobody
lovely.
wishes to be heard on this application.
No, nobody's complaining.
Correspondence?
Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Pays
Thank
to
you
be
for your
Thank you,
patience.
board, and have a great night.
Drive safe.
Take care.
Does he have to go?
Matatuck.
Oh,
5
jeez.
minutes.
Matatuck.
Take 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, let's get, yeah, I need a couple minutes.
Take 5 minutes?
Yeah.
And this other last year.
So this is this big?
Michael?
What did I do with my glasses?
Oh, I don't know
would
about that.
say
I know
about
they were releasing.
first grade. The
Oh,
twins,
I
okay?
don't know.
Kindergarten to first grade, they start becoming very
So, I went for new
close to
glasses
midnight.
today,
You
one
know,
Human.
You know what?
Yeah,
You mean they're not
JFK,
human?
RFK, and,
Such a
But
nice
Martin
lady.
Luther King.
they're
He's opening
together.
all
I
the
couldn't even
flowers.
imagine it, Michael.
Okay.
March 6th, but that's gonna be, I mean, I'm gonna be in the hospital.
Hearing number one, appeal number 24-450.
Interrupt you, Rita, just for- Like, we started with the sheds, are we gonna be doing that like all the time now? I mean,
Yeah, and
Because it
parking
was
in
so
front of your
before.
front door won't be going over too big either.
what I'm talking about, we kinda like picked and choose with the shed stuff.
Not tonight, we didn't. We got every one of them that was
That was close.
onto the property line. Like, you know, like I said, 2 feet, 3 feet.
But these
Okay.
are smashed up.
They were 4 and 4. So it's 3, but there was 2, so that's why I don't think anyone said anything was the first one.
What if there's room for some runoff to go onto their own
Property.
when they're right up against the shed with
You know, I
fences?
get it, but I'm just wondering, is it gonna be now moving
Those
forward?
zeros are kinda tough.
Works for me.
Yep. Okay. Hearing number one, appeal number 24-456. I had no problem with this.
I need it out.
Lois, you want to move it?
Yep.
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number two, appeal number 24-464.
I'll move it.
Andrew
second.
and Lisa, I'm sorry, she spoke first, so Lisa, we'll get you there, Flo. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing
I'll
num,
move this one.
hearing number three, appeal number 24-471. Lois will move it. And Flo?
I'm not saying a word.
Flo will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number four, appeal number 24-474. I'll move it.
I'll second.
Kathy will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number five, appeal number 24-475.
I'll move it.
Kathy
I'll
will
second
move
it.
it. Lois will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 6, 7, 8, appeal number 24-481, 482, and 483. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, I'm having some trouble with it.
I am too. I feel like we need to either put it on reserve and find out about the bulkhead,
I agree.
or we make it a condition that we don't give them a building permit until they put a bulkhead in.
No, but the bulkhead, the town issues the bulkhead?
I don't care who issues the permit, it's up to them to go get it.
Right. In other words,
Whether
we
it
don't put
comes
in
from
until they get it,
Amityville,
Because
what-
otherwise, you know.
What if they don't want a bulkhead?
But I thought it had something.
I want a bulkhead.
Otherwise, it's gonna
Girl,
flood
like,
the,
she didn't want it, she wanted to see the trees.
No. She wants a bulkhead. She was
She doesn't
afraid
want
they
a
were
fence.
gonna
She doesn't want a
fence.
She does, she still wants to
the
see.
trees will be there, the bulkhead's not gonna affect the trees further. She wants the bulkhead because she was afraid they were gonna put a fence up.
And she's talking about
If you don't have a
erosion.
bulkhead, you have flooding.
Right.
But my understanding is that the bulkhead has to be approved and I think designed and I'm not sure if they put it up, by either the DEC or EPA, someone else.
DEC has to.
But why would you put
So
a $1 million home
So if you're
without?
gonna do that, I would suggest, because that could take forever. I would
Yes.
suggest that
Not only
it's
that, why would they do that and then you deny them?
right. I would condition
that's
it
what I mean,
on
we could
them
condition
and
if
putting
they
the
do
permit
it,
in,
it's
and that's
passed.
it.
You could do
Not
that,
having it done, but putting the permit in with DEC or whoever they need to,
Right.
and then they can build.
You can
Okay.
condition that you want a bulkhead, but you can't make them do the bulkhead and keep it on reserve.
No.
until
Right,
it's done.
right.
No, no.
If then you deny it.
Just
Condition
that
that
the
they do
permit's
the
in.
bulkhead.
But we don't have any.
More than that.
The bulkheads?
What?
I don't understand, you're afraid of water running into the,
When you don't have a bulkhead,
yeah.
It's
and the water
wetlands.
comes up, you know, it first of all, it stops the erosion,
Yeah.
which they've had.
Yeah, badly.
And I'm curious as to why they didn't
Isn't it a river?
give that,
It is a,
yeah,
it's
but
a
you
creek. or
still,
Well, I
river.
think-
it's
I
it's
think-
tidal.
But it's tidal, it's very
think
tidal, it
that
goes
the-
to the
Tidal.
Great South Bay.
I think the
Yeah.
answer to, I think what your question is gonna be was why haven't they done it yet? I think they wanted this approved first before they go and expend more money applying for the bulkhead. 'Cause I
So,
think that's
so why
an
don't you put the
expense.
wording on the record how you want the condition
Alright,
to
so,
go?
so I'll move it with the condition that no building can happen prior to them, applying for a permit for the bulkhead with whatever agency they need
Well,
to apply
that-
for, and whatever municipality, because he said it could either be EPA or the village of,
Not EPA,
Amity.
DEC, it's DEC. I,
They don't have to
Yeah.
right,
execute it, right?
correct.
I
Is that they apply?
sort of am uncomfortable with them just
So
applying.
we're
I would
gonna
like to
apply for
make
them
a
and
condition on it being done,
So it's.
it being done, because if they apply and they get it, okay, I'm not gonna do it. I went along with.
I feel like
the
they're not gonna
requirements.
do it. That's how I feel.
Feel what?
So
I
you
feel
wanna
like they're not
hold
gonna
I
it
don't know,
over
then we must, then
and
I
ask
guess if,
questions?
right, I guess if the idea is to make sure that they do it. Because
That's
they can
key.
always,
For a
they can, like I
final
said, they can
CO.
rescind.
Yeah, what if they apply for it and then
For
just
a
don't
final
do it?
CO, they have to have the bulkheading.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
So we condition on them applying for it,
Yeah.
they build it,
Must
but
be
before
part-
they give the
must be
file
part of the bill.
CO.
Okay.
So they won't be able to get their final CO for the house unless if you want the bulkheading.
Okay, that.
So at least it
sounds
gives
like
them
it would-
time to start building the house, right?
They keep their final CO if you put a condition on it.
It also gives them time to start that permit process, cause it's
They
lengthy.
can't sell it. They don't have a CO.
Right, then they can't sell it.
Okay.
Okay.
And they could at least be, while they're building, they could at least be getting their.
I mean, I think that's fair to the community that they have a bulkhead there.
I absolutely do, I
Right.
absolutely do.
They should,
I don't see
I-
why they wouldn't want
I
it.
do.
Right.
They're on a,
yeah,
I assume they're gonna put a bulkhead.
right.
Did you notice
Right.
the one lot looks like there's land behind
It
it?
There
is,
there
it's
is.
their
owned by
land.
the
Only
rest of the
for
property.
the two lots, am I correct?
No, well,
For the
mostly
lots that are on
one.
the- on
He
the-
owns the whole property.
But they own that property,
They own that
so
property.
it's
Understand.
part of their.
I understand, but if the houses are not abutting the water, you
Oh,
can't
you
force
can't
them to
require- I
get
see
a
what you mean,
bulkhead
yeah, on
on a
that one.
house that doesn't abut the, on the property that doesn't abut the water.
Right, I
But-
think that should apply to only the one with that
Right,
abuts the water.
That can apply to the one that abuts the water.
Right.
Well,
I don't know if it's at 1 or 2, I don't remember.
think
it's like 1.5. It's kind
and a
of,
half.
because it's a pie shape.
The one that doesn't abut the water, you can't.
Right, we
That
can
makes
require
sense,
both,
yeah.
of course.
It would be the
Because it abuts
safety.
land.
But if you're gonna get a bulkhead for one, you're just gonna run it down the property line, but it's their property.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
said,
but
we're
we can't-
building a boardwalk.
But we can't, I don't think we can say
You can't
anything,
condition on property that's not before you.
right.
Well, one definitely
Yeah,
hold
anything
them
that
up
abuts
with,
the water, I would say, but we need to kind of figure it out.
Right.
No, no, okay.
Which one is butting the wall, which two or whatever it is, I don't remember.
it's the there's 3 houses, and it's the,
Michael, can you get the file?
So it's 3 houses and
and
it's like,
the one that's the most south,
6, 7, and 800.
right.
You know, they could build 2 without coming for a
it's
variance.
literally
Yes.
1.5 is on the creek
Never
and
mind,
1.5.
Michael, they have a radius map, buddy, I'm sorry. Michael,
554 and a piece of 5
you see what I mean, where it's not abutting the water?
Yeah, we can.
You can't
No, but can we condition that they do it on the half house?
Sure.
That they could do it at least where the property
Right.
ends, okay?
But
so
he
when-
did say we're building a boardwalk, so it's gonna, because the property behind the houses is theirs. So why they're putting a boardwalk in, but he did
Well, he
talk
said the
about a
boardwalk is already there, but it's dilapidated.
Oh,
He didn't say
dilapidated,
he was
right.
going, he
So
didn't really say what he was gonna do
They're
with
just
it.
gonna, I guess they're gonna get a permit to rebuild, that kind of would be easier than to start from scratch.
I mean, that is
All the
wetlands.
way down, great.
Yes.
You can't condition on property that's not before you.
Yeah.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
right. I think he was in agreement to do the bulkhead He said we're in the process of getting a permit.
Although, I think
But
if
you
they're
don't know
gonna
how
do one,
long
they're gonna
it's
probably go
take,
right
you don't
across.
know.
He
If
doesn't
he's gonna
either,
change his-
right.
No, he doesn't, no. So that's why I think we have to, have to condition it that no CO until the bulkhead is finished.
Because those houses are gonna get wet. It's just gonna be a disaster. They're gonna get sloshed.
It's gonna have, and it's gonna
Yeah.
go into the other homes too.
Do they look alike or what?
Who
My
are
son
they?
Brian. Brian.
But now
Oh,
it's
it
not
went
anymore.
off.
Oh.
Oh my
Go on
God.
record
It's
that
the
I'm-
spitting
I'm
image.
not the one that delayed
I mean,
this.
I've met your son a few times, but when I
What?
saw the
I'm not
baby,
the
oh
one
my
that delayed it.
God.
It's like
It
his
doesn't
son.
look like your daughter's baby. It looks like
It
his.
looks like
Okay,
his
so-
son.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
Andrew.
yeah, I like that idea of doing it, but conditioning it, no CO
Piece of
until the
property
bulkhead
behind
is
it
in.
that goes to another, it's this, buddy. See these two pieces of property? But 552. So that is
I wonder why
number.
they would split, why you wouldn't just,
I don't know either why he would keep that sliver of property behind them and not give it to them and make it.
Now you gotta go to Suffolk County Planning Commission.
Oh, that's that.
Oh, that's the
Mhm.
Amityville
Yes.
part. That's
Because
why.
it's
Yes.
Amityville.
That's an Amityville.
Right.
Then
Yep,
it
yep,
goes to
yep.
the County Planning Commission to try to like
Yeah.
That's
move
what the
lot
problem.
lines. That's very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
For something that small.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you wanna
So
know
the-
why I know Ketchum Avenue?
Why do you know?
Cause there's a bar down there.
I know that
Cause
part.
what?
I know which
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Toomey's, they make the best grilled cheese. Oh
because
my
the
God.
counties, what the counties do, is whoever's got the
Does
majority of the
553 need a
property.
bulkhead?
You know who I
They-
see
they-
there
They
every time I
control.
go? Joe Bordino.
I've had that mess.
Oh, really?
Cause he fishes with them
Okay.
down there. They
Oh,
have
okay.
big fishing tournaments.
Oh, okay.
See, I like the South Shore, Lois.
I know, I know.
So, this is the middle property,
Okay.
and this pie shape goes to the edge, very far end of the property. So, what I'm trying to say is this is the barrier to the wall.
That's-
So I don't think the middle
So it's
one.
only the one house.
Okay,
Yeah,
Oh,
so
the
we
one
it's,
can
just not
only
two?
require
Okay.
on this one.
okay. And do we know which one that is pertaining
That's
to
number
these
8.
sheets?
Number 8.
Number 8? Okay, so number 8 will be the one with the condition.
Just that?
Number 554 is the one that's gonna need the bulkhead.
The other one, not all.
Lot 554.
Okay.
Lot. So number 8 is gonna need the condition on it. And the other two, hopefully he runs it himself on his own property, but.
I would
you know,
think.
I think
Yeah.
he will,
Will.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
but again, because it's
We can't
a
put- yeah.
Suffolk County property,
Right, we
we
can't.
can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we could at least
So,
look into that and-
Andrew's gonna move it. Lois, you wanna second it, or no?
no,
I'll second it.
still got,
So first of all, so everybody is in the grant, when you say all three?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's gonna be Andrew and Rita on all three. Let's start with that.
Yep.
Andrew and Rita on all three. And then condition on lot 8.
Hearing number
Yep,
8.
Number 8,
Yep.
okay. And what's the condition gonna be?
Condition will be that they are not allowed to begin building until they apply for the permit for the bulkhead, and the CO cannot be granted unless the bulkhead is complete.
Gotcha.
That's good. That's
Not allowed to start building before applying.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think so.
I do
right,
too.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I'd like to see the whole thing bulkheaded,
Yeah.
but I understand
Well,
that.
that's
I would
something-
imagine they would.
I'm not talking about DEC, because I'm not positive it's a
No, it's,
DEC.
Yeah,
that's
whoever-
not our,
Apply for the
Whoever it
bulkhead.
is, yeah,
right,
right.
whoever they gotta
Whoever they
find,
have to-
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they should
Because I
not
don't know
do
what Suffolk County's rules are.
Yeah, they might apply to
They
DC
might-
and the village,
And the
Yeah,
village.
yeah.
so
I would think the village, yeah.
CO obtained.
I would imagine if they're gonna do one, they're
My
gonna do the whole,
friends in
they own
Sag
the whole
Harbor,
thing.
they did their both, they, it was
DEC,
DEC
yeah.
gets into it.
And if any of the neighbors call, I'll explain.
But they, on the zoning in Sag Harbor, they have to go, before they go to the zoning board, if they're on the water, which they are, they have to go to the they have an environmental review committee, and they have to go to them first before they can go to zoning. If
I
you're on
love
the water.
Sag Harbor.
If you're on the water, which,
So, which brings us to hearing number 9, appeal number 24-554. We have consents on this from neighbors. It's an undersized lot.
I'll
will-
move it.
Kathy, you move it.
Sure.
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 24-485. And on
number-
F, just mark that it's an existing driveway,
Yes.
Susan.
Yeah.
I'll
And
move it.
Kathy will move it. Hello, hello, hello.
Anybody else?
Andrew will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 11, appeal number 24-461, new dwelling.
I'll move it.
Andrew will
I'll
move it.
second.
Lisa will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 12, appeal number 24-465. I'll move this one because I remember this very well. And, yeah. You want to second it, Flo? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved.
I'll move
Hearing-
this one.
Hearing number 13, appeal number 24-487. Lois will move this.
I'll second it.
Andrew will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 14, appeal number 24-473.
I'll move it.
I'll second.
Kathy and Flo, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal number 24 dash, this is on reserve, isn't it?
Right,
Yeah.
Yep.
with the,
That
con-
driveway, I'll speak to Mike.
Okay.
all right.
Hearing number 16, appeal number 24-495. The shed's going to be removed, so B is withdrawn. And the rest of it is good to go. I will move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 17, appeal number 24-504.
Okay, so the shed.
Carport, second floor addition. So this was the one, this is the guy that put up the pergola and the shed. So, did we decide we were gonna reserve?
I want to let the board know that every application that comes to us, we check with code compliance to make sure that there are no code cases. If there are, I only can proceed with it with their permission. So Mr. Domingo was the inspector on this one. He would have looked at this and said, what I told him was to stop work and to file for whatever he was trying to complete, and he gives permission for them to come to you. So when they say there's a code case, they're only here because the inspector allows them to come before you to try to legalize whatever it was that the inspector went to see. So I just want you to always
Yeah, and you
remember
also
that.
told me, which I think is important, what you said to me before about how, once there's a case, they can't do
They
anything.
can't touch anything.
They can't, so they can't
They
take
can't
that
even
thing
take it
down.
down.
He can't take
They
it
can't
down.
do anything. When the inspector gives them a stop work order and code enforcement goes out there, it's like that piece of wood that said,
Oh, so
forget,
he
I'm
can't
not
even
gonna
take it
build a
down.
pergola.
Yeah.
He
Right.
can't even take it down.
Okay.
So it's
Because
not him doing
As
it.
soon as he
it's-
touches
he can't do
anything,
it.
they call, the inspector goes back out and they get another fine. So, just so you know.
Because it seems like that shed, the actual shed that they're here for was already up and no one
Right.
complained about that.
Right,
Right.
it's
No,
the
it's a
pergola
ugly
that's
thing, yeah.
starting to
Yeah,
build, I
yeah.
guess. That's what that piece of
And
wood
he
is.
can't take it down until.
Except the fact that we don't want a side yard of
Zero.
.03
They said we
feet.
wanted to comply to 3 feet,
Right,
Yep.
and you want that, right, Reed?
yep,
Yep, and I have that, move side yard of shed to 3 feet to comply,
okay,
right?
yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
The pergola's not before us, so whatever he
Pergola's
does
not
with
before us.
that,
He's gonna have to take that down, or he's
Come
either
before
gonna have to,
us.
or he's gonna come back to you.
well,
So
he's not getting it.
Right. So, but I think he put on the record as intention, but again, he's not allowed to do anything until it's cleared.
All right.
Right.
I'll move it.
I'll
Andrew
second.
and Lisa, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 18, B is withdrawn.
I'll move that.
I'll second.
Lois and Kathy, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 19, appeal number 24-493. I will move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 20, appeal number 24-466.
So this is gonna be
Condition,
conditioned. yeah.
Flo's gonna move it, but it's gonna be conditioned to, not be converted to habitable space, and I will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 21, appeal number 24-477.
I'll move it.
Lois will move it.
I'll second.
Kathy will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 22, appeal number 24-486. That fence is existing, it's not proposed.
I'll move that.
Lois will move it.
Second.
Flo will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 23, appeal number 24 dash, this is on reserve. Hearing number 24, appeal number 24-484, also proposed bathroom
Yes.
Right.
and not existing.
So it was the way
I get
that
it.
as we looked at that, it's the way that the, zoning department, the way they worded the rejection, it was very, it wasn't clear at all, so.
Yeah, well,
she-
because the
she put
building
ex-
is existing.
She put existing only because, on the air of caution, that, you know, to let me know, but.
Whatever you want to do. Okay, so I wanted to get the permit number on the record because I
Yeah.
want to make sure that pool goes in. So, I will move it.
Okay, I'll second.
Kathy will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 25 is on reserve. Holdover number 1, appeal number 24-442. I will move it.
I'll second it.
And Andrew will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 2, appeal number 24-400. I also looked at this one, so I will move it.
Second.
Flo will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Which leads us to Susan's portion of our program.
Reserve decision, it's all one case, there's two different, there was a parent-child along with a few other variances that they requested. The amount of adult occupants was a little high, they asked for a reduction of parking, you asked if they could, figure out more parking on the property. What they did was, Michael, can I ask you a favor, there's one reserve decision over there. So what they did was, and I'll show you the plan.
Let me guess, they put the parking in front of the front door.
No. They're taking out some stone,
Watch it, you're
planters
being
and
Elon
stuff.
Musk.
Some stone planters, let me show you.
She didn't see that. We live in a crazy world.
We do.
We're healing, we're healing.
Yeah, okay.
This is what he wants to do. He wants to remove the block planters.
Yep.
He will be able to park 4 cars, but, there's a but. 1 foot hangs over, because it has to be the 9x18, so they won't be legal. He'll widen it, but he can't get the length. He's 1 foot, not on the sidewalk, but he's 1 foot off into the, as far
All
as
right, as
legal.
long as it's not on the sidewalk,
No, it's not on
that's,
the sidewalk.
okay.
He can park 4, but he can't call it out for 4.
Okay.
The building department won't give it to him.
So it's still gonna
So he's
look
gonna
like
do-
2.
He's still gonna,
You're
you
gonna
still
say
have to
2.
give him the variance, but he can park the 4. He'll move it to.
I don't
we'll
love
give him new
that,
plans.
but he's,
Up to you, but
But he'll
that's.
keep those are the plans that he has to abide by.
He has to give me a new plan, 3 new sets of plans if you agree to, again, he'll widen the driveway, but he can't lengthen the property. He's 1 foot short.
well, he's moving planters,
Yeah,
which,
which he'll
you know.
give me new plans to show.
All right, and he'll submit
He
new
also
plans?
wanted to just to mention to you that there are 2 of the adult children that are, but he listed them. It is a divorce situation, it's a his and hers, and 2 of them do not live there full-time. He listed them on the DECs because they do come for weekends sometimes, but they live with the mom.
And they're divorced?
No, the parents.
Like
Oh.
they're the 2 adult children that come to see the dad, you know
My
what I mean?
nudge.
Like, in the DCs, there were a whole bunch of drivers. 2 of those drivers are
Are
children
permanent,
that are
yeah.
really not there full.
Okay.
The visitors.
Yeah, they're kind of more visitors, but he
By
lists
law.
them because they come for weekends and he didn't want there to be a problem.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So up to you, but that's.
It's like having
So it
company.
really doesn't change the wording of anything in the
It doesn't,
variance?
but the plans will change,
The plans will change.
have all of that reflected.
All right.
Okay, I'll move it.
I'll second.
Kathy and Andrew, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. And that is a wrap.
Before you leave though, the only thing is on those 3 properties, you didn't wrap it up, and I don't know if you have to because you're changing lists and stuff.
Oh, I didn't say all in,
On, 6, 7,
6, 7,
8.
8.
Okay.
You didn't finalize it, and I didn't know if you
should, right?
you know,
I didn't say all in favor.
We didn't vote on
Yeah,
it?
it's a final vote. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved, yes. Sorry.
And then 2 names for town treasurer, please.
Lisa and Flo.
Good night, everybody.